What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
Yo, what's good, bro?
Man, it's a special day.
This is nice.
You know, I feel like we turned it up a little bit in the building too, man. You know, you are very, very dapper, might I add. Love the cut. I didn't get to see it the other day, but the cut is very fly. You know, we got our celebration of excellence, 100th live show, balloons in the background because you gotta have that. And you know, I had to break out that fresh cocaine white on us, man, to celebrate our us. You know what I mean? I still wanted to be you though, so that's why I kept your face on mine.
I see that,
and me on you.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Dude, the looks likes have already started.
This is carryover from last week or from the other day.
This one's pretty good. Deke looking like Drew Carey on The Price is Right.
Oh, wow.
That was pretty good. With the glasses and shit. No, this is awesome, dude. You surprised me with the balloons.
Well, man,
we got the gold-plated, what would you say, overlay or the bottom of the overlay?
Which was a surprise
pretty badass.
because we
might just need to keep that all the time.
I low-key like it a lot. And the thing was funny, we didn't even talk about that beforehand.
Nah.
It just so happened that we just coordinated. You know what it is? It's got to coordinate. We got to coordinate. So, yeah, man. Definitely excited about it, though, man. But, yeah, we got a jam-packed show, man. It is going to be fun. Like I said, we got giveaways. Remember, we hinted to that last episode. Man, we were doing 4 giveaways. 2 jerseys, a book, and a Starbucks gift card. Yes, indeed. It's going down today. So, without further ado, oh, and we still got a promo code out there. I forgot all about that. I'll make sure I type that in the chat as well. But, ladies and gentlemen, let us know where you are tuning in from so we can give you that big boy shout out as we all celebrate this 100th live stream, baby. Let's go.
Well, we got Jacob Malacio. I think it's only right to shout him out first.
Right. It's only right.
919NC in the house. As always, Jay Vincent from Ithaca, New York.
Okay, yeah, play with Ithaca. Let's go.
Congratulations on the 100. Dude, these look. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted by the looks like.
I saw it was like you like Anderson Cooper. Hey, man, they getting on you, bro.
They think I got like an undercover mic on right now. Pro Packs from the 412.
Shout out to Pro Packs.
Well, this is Q. He has a super chat. He says, Deke looked like he just came back from Wall Street.
I can see it.
Farron Bradford.
I can see you do look real distinguished. You look real elegant, man. I would trust you to do my taxes right now.
I was thinking about rocking the Steeler tie, but I was like, no, that was its own era. It was. The preseason before this season. I had the glasses on, the hat. It was like, nah, I don't want to replicate that because you can't. You can't replicate the past.
Yeah, this is true, man.
So I wanted to be pretty business for this 100th episode.
You look sharp though,
Thanks,
man. And since you're business, I'm casual.
Right.
And that's the perfect representation of this
Usually
show.
it's the opposite.
Sometimes, yes.
At least in terms of our takes and how we carry ourselves, no?
But as long as we having fun, that is all that matters
100%.
in the end. All right, I'll get back in this chat. We got Q tuning in from the 610 Easton, PA. Let's get it. We got ZG3. I'm also from the 607. Well, what's happening then? ZG3. And then we got Jonathan Norman, the 310 Malibu ho, and he says nice suit also. I'm telling you, man, that suit is fire.
This isn't a full suit jacket.
Business casual, let's get it.
I wore Crocs and gym shorts with this.
Major business casual. Justin Reynolds says you look like a used car salesman.
Oh, that's not good.
I feel like your suit's a little too high class for you car salesman.
I'm not gonna lie, this was a $20 jacket.
It looks nice though, bro. It fits you well.
I don't know if I wore this one, but I bought like a collection of 4 or 5 before my cousin's wedding last year. I went to Burlington. Like I said, got 4 or 5. They were all like $15, $20. And I just wore them with like my black Under Armour golf pants. Yeah. It's money, dude. It's the way to go, man. Okay. It's so comfortable paying for cheap suit jackets. Make it look good.
I'm jealous because I can't fit any regular, like, just go in there and just put it on. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this fits good enough. You know what I mean?
It gives me issues. Works. You look nice, though, man. I'm telling you, you look really nice, man. Shout out to you, man. Shout out. I like it. All right, let's see who else we have. Richard, what's this? Richard Staten. There we go. The 718. I hear you, baby. I see you. And then Brandon Clark, the 540 Roanoke, Virginia. About an hour and a half from that good old JMU country, baby. Yes, indeed. And we can't forget about G. Alexander. Moats, what going? What up, baby? The 804 Richmond in the house. You got any more on your end?
Yeah. I got Steelers for life. Says he's Nick from Mandeville, Louisiana. 985.
Okay.
Nick Y. I don't know if we got him or not. 918. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Dapper Deke energy.
You are dapper, bro.
Oh, man, this guy had to bring this up. Says Samurai Finn says, Deke getting ready for 7 retirement party.
Oh.
Come on, bro.
You hosting it. They thought it was going to be Bob Pompiani. No, it's just Deke today, man. Yeah.
If I was the host, though, I would say he's coming back. I say party's canceled. Everyone go home. I'm sorry.
As long as you dress like this too, man. I want the full business casual look while you there.
Kasas Abdul Aziz says Pittsburgh, California in the house.
Oh, let's get it, man. Heck
I'll
yeah.
say one more. 2 more. 3 more, actually.
All right, go for it then, man.
Yeah, I
Say
saw
one more. All right,
3
I
regulars
guess 3
right in
more.
a row. I was like, I can't leave 1 out. I can't leave 2 out. So
Okay.
we'll go all 3. Zik Shazier, tuning in from London.
Yes, indeed.
Moneybags, South Carolina, 803. And then Black and Yellow, Texas Steel, live from the 210.
I like
Deke
it.
looked like he can get my charges acquitted.
I'm telling you, bro. Like I would, if I was locked up right now and I needed a bail, I'm calling you like, yo, Deke, you come get me real quick, man. Please, I just trust you. I think you can be my public defendant. You look like you got me, bro.
Well, I appreciate that,
there,
man.
You look like it. All right, so the last one I said, because he just popped up, Moises. Because Moises, since he's joined, Moises has been a heavy contributor, so I had to shout him out. He says he's from the 559-214, Fresno, California, baby. I like it. I like it. Well, alrighty then, man. Let's see. Oh, first order of business. We have Jaren. Jaren just joined the upper room. So, Jaren, shout out to you and welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Alrighty. And do you have any of these supers on your end?
I got them all. Yeah,
all right, let's roll through those real quick, and then we'll hop in that first topic afterwards, baby.
Black and Martyr. Showing some support. That's
Shout
all.
out to the homie Black and Martyr as well.
He's throwing it back because that's what he normally does.
Yeah, I
back
know,
in the
man,
day.
yeah.
It would be like just right off the bat. It's like, bro, I mean, you don't have to do that. But go ahead.
Just play my part. That's what he was like. Just do my part.
Yeah.
We always appreciate you.
I didn't think he could pass up on it for the 100th episode. So there he is.
Definitely appreciate that.
Brent Fox says, happy 100th, Deke and Moats.
Nah, man, we appreciate you, man.
Both show.
We appreciate you. And you already had Q, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
He had the Wall Street comment.
Yes, indeed. You do look real Wall Street-ish.
Thanks. Rich Rasmussen. Not sure how long I could stay, but had to come and say congrats on the 100th episode. Love you guys. Keep up the great content.
Nah, man. Salute, man. We appreciate you, baby. From the heart.
Jaren, Pittsburgh Steelers for life, says congratulations on the 100th. Checking in from the 559, Visalia, California.
Yeah, Visalia, Cali out here in the building, baby. I see. You got peoples out there, man. Let's get it.
Black and Martyr doubling down. Says happy 100th episode. Hope there's many more.
Hey, I hope so as well.
That's what we're planning on.
That's what we're trying to do, Hope for the best. Keep
Jesus,
it going.
and you know what? I found this out. Did we find out on the show?
Uh-huh.
It's not Jesus. It's Jesus.
Jesus. Yeah.
It's Jesus.
Even though I did like when we were saying Jesus, though.
Yeah.
It just seemed kind of cool.
Jesus Pacheco.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big 100.
You ain't gonna just breeze over that. Say it again.
That was better. That was better. Big
I was saying what you said that first time, man.
Big 100. San Angelo, Texas 325. Flexing the bicep.
Here we go. Shout out to the homie Scrooge Greedy. Says Master Moats, what up, Deke? Looking distinguished. You are. Like I said, man, I like when we get this type of contrast, man. When you come in here buttoned up like this, just whoo, man, let's get it.
Appreciate it.
Looks good, man.
Let's go, UW. Happy 100th, guys. If only it could be paired with Barry Bonds getting in the hall.
Man, ain't that the truth, bro? But,
You can't be surprised.
Ortiz got in, though. He's got to fail.
I read up on this.
Yeah, so.
Do you know the difference?
Well, yeah, one has an actual failed test. One has never had a failed test. I do know that, yeah. Barry Bonds never had a failed test.
Is that true?
That's absolutely true. Now, granted, they weren't testing back then, but that was also part of the reason why everything is like, man, why is the commissioner in there when he knew he was turning a blind eye? Everybody was turning a blind eye. Now, all of a sudden, we pick and choose what we want to hold and,
Oh, I think Bonds should be in.
Yeah.
But from what I heard with Ortiz and his test, because you're right, there was a fail. They were like preliminary tests. Where
it was a random, yeah.
I think it was when they first started.
Okay.
So they didn't know exactly what was causing the fails. And then his cases, from that point, never tested for anything. I mean, yeah, I get how you could be a little suspicious of it, but he should be in. He should be in. Bond should be in.
Yeah.
Clemens, like all those dudes should be in. A-Rod, they should all be in.
Like you said, I mean, if it wasn't for steroids, would any of us have continued watching baseball? I know I wasn't watching it like that until that whole era, man. I remember the home run races. They were fun. I remember, man. They used to be dope. You see people diving in the water behind them Barry Bonds baseball, Sammy Sosa, McGuire, all them cats, man. But
you already got Moises Sembrano?
Yes, I did. From the 559 Fresno, Cali in the building. You know that.
Giovanni Pascal. On lunch break at work, watching this, can't stay long, but wanted to say congratulations. Hope you guys are having a great day.
Now, we appreciate you, man. And don't work too hard, baby. Don't you do that.
Brilla 92. Happy 100th show. Looking forward to the next 100. Hope your senior picks come out nice. Much love, guys.
Like it, man.
Jason Hess, congrats. Best duo in sports, the 814 State College. Tough spot to be in. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Sorry for that. Unranked.
I was going to say, well, I'm not a fan of State College. They turned me down.
Yeah. EW just giving us some support to close it out.
No, we definitely appreciate you, man. Like I said, we're actually going to get a chance to hear from some of the upper room members as well, man, to just, share some of their thoughts, some of their favorite memories and moments from this, journey that we've been on, man. It's been a blast, man. But before we get to all of that pomp and circumstance and patting ourselves on the back and making us all feel kumbaya in the words of AB,
you want to talk AB?
Before we talk AB, we ain't talking AB right now. we talking DCs though, because we did have some more action. The Pittsburgh Steelers, last episode we talked about, I believe it was Patrick Graham was the only guy at the time that the Pittsburgh Steelers had requested to interview for their defensive coordinator spot. He was the he was the defensive coordinator for the Giants. We talked about him a little bit more, or a lot in depth on Monday. But since then, the Pittsburgh Steelers have also requested to interview Kris Ricard, who was the New Orleans Saints defensive coordinator as well this past season. He spent time in Dallas and in Seattle as well, a couple of other spots. But with both of those guys getting requested for interviews, I guess first off, my initial reaction to it, the first interview I got when people were saying the whole, well, this is just, Rooney Rule. They're just following status quo. You have to do this. Okay, if you wanted to make that argument for the first case, sure. This second interview, though, that's not mandatory. That's not required. And I do think that they are legitimately trying to see just other sources instead of just Terrell Austin. Not saying that it still can't end up being Terrell Austin, but I do think they're at least doing a little bit more of an extensive search this way. But with that, I mean, obviously we know the former defensive coordinator in Pittsburgh, Keith Butler, came on the show. Was it on 937 The Fan the other day, and he had some comments, in terms of play calling and stuff like that. It really could make this defensive coordinator search turn upside down on his head in theory when you're talking about the candidates that we thought we could get versus the candidates that we probably should be looking at all of a sudden based on the claims that he had made. But that's just kind of where I stand at it initially. What was your initial thoughts on, hearing about Kris Ricard being another guy that they want to interview? So
it's looking like it's not only him, because I'm seeing another report by Jerry Dulac. We're interviewing Dallas Cowboys defensive backs coach Joe Witt Jr. I like it. Why not? Bring in more guys, because we all assumed it was just going to be Terrell Austin. It looks like these guys have a little bit of a resume. Each one has a little bit of a case. Like Kris Ricard. That's how you pronounce it. Ricard. There's a little bit of an accent on it.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the defensive backs coach for Seattle during the Legion of Boom.
Absolutely.
And then he took over as defensive coordinator in 15 to 17. If you look back on those stats, those defenses actually were pretty good until 17. They started to fall off. But it wasn't as much in the passing game. It was more in the running game. I don't know what was going on there personnel-wise. But then, he jumped around a little bit, ended up being the Saints defensive backs coach. But even in Dallas, was that a year ago, 2 years ago? He still was good then. How was that Dallas defense? The Dallas defense under him was good. That was part of the reason why. He was D-backs coach, right? And that was part of the reason why they were like, man, he's going to get an opportunity. He's going to get a chance to get upgraded because of that. People even flirted with throwing head coach conversations with him, but it was definitely defensive coordinator for him. And then you obviously saw what the Saints defense looked like this past season. They look good. The offense was bad, but their defense flew around. Their defense, man, kept them in a lot of games. Their defense was definitely the bright spot for the Saints this season, and that's largely because of what Kris was able to do with that group down there. So, I mean, now, and what was that? Because I didn't even know about the third guy that you just dropped. Was it Joe? You said Joe Witt, right? Under the radar today. Yeah. So Joe Witt, let me go through his resume a little bit here. His main job was with the Green Bay Packers, 2009 to 2017. Cornerbacks coach.
Time with Dallas too, right?
Yeah, cornerbacks coach. He was pass game coordinator with them, so he has a Super Bowl as their cornerbacks coach. Following the 2018 season, Witt Jr. was secondary coach, pass game coordinator. What's the deal with this? Why is there like these split things, pass game coordinator?
So the reason why people get those titles is if they're trying to groom them or make them closer to coordinator, closer to, a higher up, more overseer, executive style role. Whereas if I just call you a linebackers coach or just a DBs coach, it's not viewed the same as DBs coach / secondary coordinator, because secondary coordinator or passing game coordinator means you're not just coaching up your corners and safeties. You're coaching up the linebackers. You're coaching up all the underneath drops. You're coaching up everything. Like, that's what you oversee. Or when you hear a guy say run game coordinator, you're in control of all of the run game elements, how you scheme it up, the attack, the approach, the personnel that you use. So that's the biggest reason why they give those guys special titles like that.
Okay, so it's not just for the title.
Correct, yeah. And with the titles, more money as well, because the money also is a part of the elevation within that rank, within those rankings and stuff like that.
So he did that with the Browns 2019. Same thing with the Falcons 2020, and then Cowboys last season. So his big thing, two big things. I guess the Packers, they had some good secondaries there back in the day, but then also this last year with the Cowboys, their defense improved greatly, especially in the secondary. Yeah, now there were some hits and misses with it, but overall, like, this is probably one of the better Cowboys defenses in the past decade.
No, I definitely would agree with that, man.
And a big part of it was the pass game.
No, absolutely, man. So with these three candidates, though, I like all three, obviously, because we talked about the intriguing part about Patrick Graham. With Kris Ricard, so one of us in here used to watch some Cowboys, even a season ago when he was down there, when Kris was there, so somebody in here, not saying it was me, but somebody would watch like every Cowboys game, so they were really confident in him as So
that was even last year.
Yeah, like I said, man, he looked good. I like his approach, man. I like what he does. And then you talk about the Saints defense this year. The Saints defense, for a fact, lit it up. So I definitely like him. And then with Joe Witt, I mean, you named off some of his accolades. You named off some of the things that he's done. He's still reparable. He's still a guy that's qualified.
Oh yeah. The one with him, I guess, though, is that he doesn't have any defensive coordinators experience, whereas the other three, if you're including Terrell Austin, all do at least for a season.
Right. But I guess the elephant in the room, based off of what Keith Butler has said, right? Because Keith Butler, for those that don't know, Keith Butler did an interview the other day, and he basically said that he has never called a defensive call here in Pittsburgh. Never. He said even LeBeau's last year, he was like, even under LeBeau's last season, Coach Tomlin was calling deep. That's what he said. Surprised all of us. We were all surprised. All of us. You can imagine. I was like, what? I know what I've been seeing. So maybe I have. Maybe you telling me it's something different. All right. But either way, if that is valid, if that is the truth, and he's the one, or in terms of Coach Tomlin's always going to be the guy calling the defenses, now I start to question if a guy like Kris Ricard would want to come here, in the sense of, you've already heard a tenured guy here say that during his time he never got a chance to call. So essentially you're the puppeteer, but you're going to get all the negative criticism and none of the praise, because the praise is going to go to Coach Thomas. So in terms of you elevating when you leave here or whatever else may come from that, you're always going to have that on you, because this is documented right now.
Well, that's definitely the case with Butler.
Yeah, absolutely. So now I look at Butler, I'm like, man, maybe you want to all that negative that people were trying to say, even when we talked about the pros and cons of him, I guess I'll retract all the negative if you weren't doing any of that. And that goes on to Coach T.
How do you feel about it? Because I wouldn't take Butler as a liar, right? He wouldn't just come out and say that.
What's the benefit for him? That's kind of how I looked at it. I was like, man, if, I understand these guys have a personal relationship, but I was like, there is no benefit for him saying that, because that discredits all the credit that we tried to give him in terms of where the defenses had finished, especially when they finished in the top fives and stuff like that. We were putting that on him as a positive. So by you saying, or by him saying that Coach T calls every call, now you're looking at him and you're saying, well, you're just a glorified Monday through Saturday guy, but when it's time to, make it happen, you're just the puppet. You just repeat what Coach Thomas is telling you, and that is negative on him. But like I said, man, knowing the full scope of it, it definitely points a lot more attention towards Coach Tomlin and changes how we view these defensive performances, because from my perspective, we've been graded on a curve a little bit because we're like, oh, it's Keith Butler. He's replacing Dick LeBeau. We know Coach Tomlin's there.
Coach.
Like, it's a lot going on. And we're like, oh, you finished top 5. Okay, that was good. We had some flaws, but it was all right. But if we're knowing now that it's been Coach T this whole time, that changes a lot, man.
It does.
Yeah.
It feels a lot more disappointing then.
Absolutely,
because
man.
We've had some atrocious performances.
It feels very underwhelming at times.
To go from LeBeau and that defense that we had from about 04, 05 to, when did you say? 2013?
Yeah.
I mean, it started slipping a little bit, maybe around 2012,
because I came in 14. I came in 14, and that was LeBeau's last year here, and they said, Keith Butler said that's when Coach Tomlin was already calling the defense.
Yeah, guys were getting a little bit older around that time too, so personnel was changing. But still, I don't think there's any discussion between those two defenses when you're talking eras.
Yeah, I would agree. I definitely would agree, man.
When looking back, I think that's the excuse we could use, was just Butler, a little inexperienced at defensive coordinator. But you're right. We've had some good performances, but the expectations weren't as high. Whereas Tomlin, I mean, he was a stud defensive coordinator. That's why he was brought over.
Yeah.
So if you're telling me he's the one dialing all this stuff up,
bro, I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm still trying to figure it out because I know what I was seeing.
Was Ben's whole career hijacked then?
Bro, I'm just trying to figure out what, like I know what I would. Eyes were on. I know what I.
Butler would verbally call the play.
I've seen. Okay, what's down distance and you. So I'm like, maybe they talking in the headsets, not just, maybe that's what's going on. But why you think you see me? You've heard me on record. I never was under the impression that was the case, because we could see.
We would have talked about this before.
And we could see physically when Coach Tomlin wanted to call a call, because you know what he would do? He would walk right next to Butts, and he would pick up the sheet and be like, all right. Or he would tell Butts, hey, I want this. And if you're standing right next to him at times, because we rotate, you would hear him say, okay. Butts say, hey, Coach C said he want a pressure. All right, we're going Cobra. Hey, you want me hand signaling Butts? You going hand signaling in? You know what I mean? So it's like, we would know when he was going to take over, and we would even joke on him about it. We would say, it's time for him to be the puppet. It's time. You're ready. Put your hand up your thing. So it's like, we get that. But to hear that it was the whole time, that's the part where I'm just like, man.
Unless he's lying too. I don't know.
I don't want to call anybody a liar.
No, I don't.
I just
knows?
Yeah.
Maybe it's like the AB situation.
Yeah.
It's both sides to the story. Right. There's truths in each side. Which one's a little bit more true? Which I don't know.
Bruh, I'm over here. I'm dumbfounded. Like, what? Oh, wow.
It's disheartening to hear.
But then I'm like, was it an over-exaggeration where you just kind of caught in the moment while you were talking during the interview? You just coming off saying you're tired?
You heated? Like you want to come back? You're being forced out to retire, kind of like Arians.
Yeah, so I thought, or even LeBeau, because you remember LeBeau left here and went to Tennessee for a couple of years. Mm-hmm. So I was like, is it that scenario? I just couldn't make a read on it right then, and I didn't want to dive in and start speculating one way or the other. But yeah, man, this is crazy because we have never heard that before. And it's like, why, of all people, is it coming from him? It wasn't a beat writer. It wasn't us. It wasn't a fan. It wasn't social media. It came directly from his mouth.
Yeah. So this leads us to the DC coordinator search, though.
Yeah, man.
And what types of guys we could bring in. So we're just tossing out dudes like Dan Quinn, guys that were defensive
play callers,
went from coordinator to coach, maybe got fired, or they're just really good at defensive coordinator. So we're probably throwing that out the window. Yeah, which, does Tomlin deserve a chance?
Well, technically he's already had his chance.
I guess that's, but we don't know for sure. For sure.
What part is the not knowing? Because I look at it like this. So
like I said, it's Butler's side. That's the only thing we can go off.
So the reason I say that is this: have we had a situation where Butler has not been truthful to us? Whereas, I'm not calling Coach Tomlin a liar, but postseason interview, Coach Tomlin
plays the media.
So postseason interview, Coach Tomlin is asked, "Hey, are there any injuries? Does anybody need surgery?" Nope, everybody looks good. What did we just see posted on social media 2 days ago? Your star wide receiver, your boy Chase Claypool, having surgery.
Maybe that's why he was dropping some.
But regardless, the man said it himself that no, everybody was good. So all I'm saying is we can point to TJ Watt. Oh, nothing was wrong with TJ. He's healthy. He's good to go. And we're like, bro, we're watching his ribs. He's not healthy. He's not good to go. So All I'm saying is I can't point to multiple occasions where we've seen Butler publicly say stuff that hasn't been factual. Whereas we can point to Coach Tomlin multiple occasions saying things or talking around things in a way that could deceive you or mislead you. That's all I'm saying. So when we're talking about, how much do we take from Keith Butler versus Coach Tomlin? For me, I lean a little bit more Butler in this scenario because the history of it. One we haven't seen fabricate, whereas the other we know we know how he get every once in a while.
Okay, so the reason I bring up giving Tomlin a chance is just him being one of the top 5 coaches in the league, never having a losing record, us always being in the mix. Granted, I mean, we did have Ben Roethlisberger, we had a franchise quarterback, and we had some really good players throughout this time too, especially on offense with like A.B. Bell and all that type of stuff. What I mean is, I guess he should just get a chance to do it his way.
Publicly do it his way. Because if he's been doing it his way, he just hasn't been doing it publicly.
We don't know. You're right. We don't know.
And the difference...
It feels like keeping Canada on is his way, though.
Yeah. But to me, the only reason I say it's different is like, man, when you do it publicly, now you can't hide behind Keith Butler when it's a bad call. Now you can't hide behind Keith Butler when the defense has a bad performance. A lot of times, let's be real, if he knows he's the one calling these calls... Or if Keith Butler knows, you know what I mean? It's like, man, how many times have we come up here? How many times have we seen the slander towards Keith Butler?
Well, that's the only thing we did when the season ended. We said we got to get rid of the OC and the DC.
It's nuts, man.
I still feel that way about the OC.
Yeah.
But now that the DC's gone, you're right. Maybe
it's crazy, man.
Maybe the guy that's been heading it, and Tomlin, he's still around. So how much is it going to change? We'll find out. I mean, this.
Yeah, we will, man. This is a bombshell, though, bro. Yeah.
That's what I talked about this season, not only for the offense but the team as a whole. It's going to be a huge indictment this season.
Yeah.
On how we look.
Bro, you look so professional right now, bro.
Thanks,
I was looking at you talking. I felt like I was on like somebody's like Dateline,
CBS
60
Sports.
Minutes. Like, you just look so official right now, man. I saw somebody call you Eric DeClaven Esquire.
I'm sorry about that. So with these guys that we're hiring, it looks like this is probably our ceiling.
Yeah, I would agree, man.
This is probably our ceiling.
Guys that have either had
which I'm not opposed
middle of
to.
the pack goes at it or young, not a lot of experience. I mean, we say that, but we're seeing it in the comforts of it being the off season. We're not saying that if it's a guy that have a game and we're starting to see our defense look bad, make questionable decisions, play calling look suspect. Then we're over here like, man, why did we do this? We repeated the process. Why did we take this young out? We should have done something different. We know this is Coach T. We already heard that this person already said it, so we knew what it was. That's all I'm saying. Like, do we got to go through that another time?
Well, what should we be doing then? Because then you're taking power away from Tomlin. It's like you fire Tomlin, then you take power away from him.
Yeah, let's say
he gets a year. He gets a little stretch here, I think.
Well, he's definitely gonna get that stretch. It's just crazy because that was not a part of the equation. That's thrown the monkey wrench in like everything with Keith Butler making that comment. And like I said, it just doesn't make sense for him to make it up because it doesn't benefit him. Like, how does that benefit him in any way?
Gets him off the hook a little bit.
How?
But you're right. It also makes him look weak.
It cuts everything under him. Like think about it. All you're gonna say now is he's just a great linebackers coach, not a DC, because you weren't the coordinator. If you're saying that he called you're not a coordinator.
What would you say as him as a DC? You'd call him like above average.
Could you call him above average if he's never called it? If
no.
He's doing is just relaying messages.
Assuming that he was the DC,
if he was the guy doing it, I would say he was above average. I would say he had good moments. But no, it's hard to say that because of this. You look at some of the things that he did statistically. You talk about the sack numbers. You talk about some of his rush defense numbers. Now, this year was terrible.
Oh, it was terrible.
This year was terrible. But you look at him historically under him is not like that. In fact, it's been really good. And he has a stretch.
The pass defense
absolutely. So for me, when I think of Butts, I'm like, man, he has some years where he's led the league in sacks multiple years, right? That's under his defense, right? Allegedly, if that's what he's calling. So I think of that and I'm like, no, that's a dope feat because we know that's not easy to do. I also think of the guys that he's developed. We talked about that in terms of your TJ Watts, in terms of your Bud Dupree's, right? In terms of other guys like that we can go down that list of. So I'm like, man, I think that he's definitely proven that he is at least a good guy, good to above average, right in that range. But that's only if he was actually making those calls. Because if he's not making those calls, then we don't know who he is as a DC. And that's why I said, once again, how does that benefit him if he were to try to get another job as a DC? You have no credentials. What are your credentials? You were 5 years just repeating calls. I'm not hiring a guy to just repeat calls.
How old is he? 70?
65?
65.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of sucks if he does want to get back into coaching.
Right.
Now, with all those credentials, how do you feel if you attach that to Tomlin?
It's different because I view Tomlin at a higher level than I view Keith Butler. It's kind of like when we compare if we were comparing Keith Butler to Dick LeBeau, it's like, man, a bad year for Dick LeBeau is a great year for Keith Butler. A great year for Keith Butler is like, it's like a below average year for LeBeau. And when I look at Coach Tomlin, I think of him in that same vein of, you're not held in that standard that we looked at Keith Butler, and you're held in the standard that we would talk about with Dick LeBeau. You're supposed to be in that conversation. And if that's the case, and you were making all these calls these past couple of years, that is an indictment on your ability right now. And now you ask yourself, do you need fresh ideas defensively if this has been you? Because this is supposed to be what you specialize in. And right now, we haven't looked. Well, we know obviously this year has some stuff going on.
Yeah, it sucks. 2020 was a really good defense before the injuries,
that's
too.
The thing,
2020 was really good defense.
Shoot, I even think about that 19 season when Ben went down.
Right.
That season was cooking.
Right.
But then I think.
But these are the positives we were talking about Butler when he retired.
Exactly.
So, I mean, we could say that's positive for Tomlin, though, if he's the one making the calls, because those defenses were good. And it was personnel then still, but you're right. There is levels to this a little bit.
Right, because for a good Mason game versus a good Ben game, night and day, right?
Yeah.
So a good Keith Butler defense versus a good Mike Tomlin defense, to me, is levels to it. But that's why, like I said, I don't understand why he would say this if it wasn't true.
It's weird.
Like, why? And the timing of it,
It's weird.
I just don't get it, man.
Yeah.
If you knew you were going to leave and you wanted to, I'm going to burn this joint down on the way out, well, man, you leaked out earlier. You started getting that narrative out there a couple weeks ago before everybody started pointing the finger at you.
You think, that could be awkward, though. Especially these boys with Tomlin.
Awkward. They still boys, bro. They've been boys since Memphis, back in college days. Like, they go way, not in college together, but coaching, they got their starts together. Like, they're part of that, they growing up since 30 plus years together, man.
You think they ain't boys anymore?
Nah, they are boys. But at the same time, it's been, I'll tell you how my boy did me. He put it with that Bengals jersey on. You already said it yourself. I'll be losing friends. So clearly you might have that Butts energy, Maybe that's the situation. Maybe he took that Deke energy and he was like, you know what, I'm going to tell y'all this on the way out.
Maybe. So ultimately, we're good with these guys that they're interviewing. I'm kind of excited, I guess. How excited? It's whatever. It's better than what I thought. My expectations were low because I thought it was just going to be Terrell Austin. And these guys actually have some pedigree. They have some reason to be hired.
No, they do, man. I agree with that.
Like the dude from the Seahawks. You know what? Why not? I mean, he was DC.
The Legion of Boom was legit
DC
too, man.
experience.
Yeah.
He was their D-backs coach when they were the Legion of Boom. Graham, everyone's loving him. Giants. Yeah. Well, you said, I don't know if you want to get to chat or anything or transition, but you said you have even more information.
I did, man. I had a chance to talk to a guy who runs, or he's a part of the Giants post-game show down there on the 97 The Fan affiliate in New York and stuff like that. So we were just, doing an interview, talking to him about Patrick and some of the things that was intriguing about him, some of the things that he didn't like about him. He said that he thought as a whole, the thing that he likes the most is how versatile his schemes are. They're not necessarily they don't have to just be 4-3. They don't have to just be 3-4. He thought that how multiple they were at times was an advantage for them. He said they got off to a slow start this past year, and it was because of the defense trying to figure out personnel, figure out how to mesh and do all the multiple things. But they said by the time mid-season hit, that defense was balling. You know what I mean? And right, and the offense was going terrible. Absolutely. So he was like, that was the real situation going on there. But he also said that in terms of what he specializes in, secondary coverage element stuff, right? So he likes that, but he also had experience as a D-line coach, as the linebackers coach. So he's very versatile in terms of his approach, very knowledgeable of all the different levels, which is also good. And then in terms of the negatives, number one was the experience, right? Just not having a lot of it. Number two, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm drawing a blank because I'm like thinking about the positive part again, because another positive I had left off, and that was that they all played hard for him and finished. But the second negative was something along the lines of either generating pressure or something like that. But he was saying that it was more so because of the personnel versus scheme.
Okay.
But he was like, that's something. And then also just not knowing if he is a players coach like Coach Tomlin, or is he a authoritarian like a Bill Belichick. And he was saying largely because they were protected with the whole Zoom stuff. So he never had to go out there and do a whole bunch of talking in front of me to know what type of guy he is, his demeanor. Kind of like how we know who Coach Tomlin is right now. It's like, yeah, we know he's a players coach. We get that. And it's pros and cons to that with him. They just don't know what he is right now because he really hasn't had that type of exposure. So it's really the knock is more so experience. That's what it sounds like. So it's like,
not saying I'm a great insider or anything, but I did read an article or two saying that the players really liked them.
Yeah, and that was the other thing. Yeah, they said they definitely love him.
Now, I don't know if that translates into exactly what type of coach he is, but.
And going back to, so he did have an interview with the Jets for a head coaching spot a year ago.
Yeah.
He turned it down. We talked about that, but also they were saying that for him, they thought it was a better decision anyways than having your first coaching opportunity as a head coach be with the Jets this past, situation where we know it was a dumpster fire. We get it. You know what I mean? So I was like, I did like that though. It was good to at least hear some of that because that's stuff that we're not knowing. We read our articles and stuff like that, but we don't get those type of day-to-day, coverage like that. So I was like, all right, it was good. Good to know, man.
So looking like between those four guys right now for DC. I did read at the bottom of one of these articles that people still think it is Terrell Austin as the favorite. The reason some of these interviews are taking place, though, is in case he actually takes another job.
I can see that, man. Well, because he's linked with Jim Caldwell, and Jim Caldwell is the favorite for the Bears job, if I remember correctly.
Head coach?
Yes.
Whoa.
And they're saying if Jim Caldwell gets the Bears job, then Terrell Austin will go with him to be his DC because they go back to their Detroit days.
Okay.
So that's the connection right now. So that's why they're definitely monitoring that, but monitoring the Jim Caldwell situation as well, man. So, it's going to be fun, man. And that's the thing, too. As this thing progresses, we get to talk and hear more about coaches outside of Pittsburgh, which is something that I know when we asked y'all in the chat, well, not on a live show, but my upper room, and we say, hey, man, some topics which y'all want to hear about. They do want to hear about some other coaches, some outside people.
Sean Payton.
Yeah, absolutely. He's another one, man.
Done.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a surprise as well, though, right?
He says retired, but
3
he's
years remaining on the
not
contract, man.
Opposed to coming back.
Yeah.
They would have to trade for him, though. A team would have to trade for him because of the contract.
And everybody was like, Dallas, what about Dallas? Yeah.
Really, Dallas was the first thing. I had people hit me up on Twitter saying he needs to come here for the OC. I wouldn't think he would do it.
Heck no.
He wouldn't do it for this year. Oh, so yeah, Dallas wants him as the head coach.
Yeah, because McCarthy's there. Yeah, could you imagine Sean Payton? Like, that would be like Coach Tomlin going to be DC for Sean Payton. It's like,
not only
y'all
that,
are too, like, y'all beef. Not that they have beef, but like, y'all are. That'd be like Harbaugh coming over here. Like, y'all are all in that same class of coach. Like,
of
y'all,
like top 5 or 6
Yeah, bro. Y'all can't, it's not doing that, man.
Not only that, this is the first year he's retiring.
Yeah.
This is off-season number 1. I don't think he retires and then a month later says, I just want to be OC. I just
ain't want to be a head guy anymore, man. I just want to take some stress off.
No, I think he's going to sit around this offseason. Maybe he'll be back after this, but I think you're right. Yeah. It's going to be as a head coach.
Yeah, it would definitely be as a head coach. It just doesn't make sense. He's too accomplished. Granted, we're going to have...
Because he'll be getting head coaching offers.
Well, why
no one's
going
to be offering for OC.
Come on now. Why wouldn't he get a head coaching offer? We've seen what he's done in his career. Now, the interesting thing with him is, the whole conversation of is he a Hall of Famer or not? Mm-hmm. Now you say I bring that up, and a lot of other people be like
Really?
Yeah, because they say he has one Super Bowl, and when he's talked about how bad his losing seasons have been, it's been a lot more than a guy like a Coach Tomlin. But then we say, all right, what is the prerequisite, or what's like the minimum level for a coach to get into the Hall of Fame? We're like, all right, probably Bill Cowher right now, and we're looking resumes: Sean Payton versus Bill Cowher.
Oh, so Bill Cowher.
Because you think Bill Cowher, a lot of people don't feel
Are there head coaches without Super Bowls in there?
The only one is, well, I don't know if he's the only one, but from Buffalo, Levy, but he went to 4 Super Bowls in a row.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd put him in.
Now, why would you put him in?
The Super Bowl. But
just the one Super Bowl?
Yeah, I'm good with that. I mean, they could have went to 1 or 2 more. They got screwed in that Rams NFC Championship
game. But at
game.
the end of the day, it was just one.
Yeah, one Super Bowl. But he's had sustained success. It's not like, damn it. I was going to bring up McCarthy, but you probably look at his numbers up in Green Bay. They're actually probably pretty good.
Yeah.
Combine it with Dallas.
So is he a Hall of Fame coach? Because he has one Super Bowl as well. They both have the same thing in terms of elite quarterback.
See how he finishes out in Dallas.
Okay.
Payton, I'd give it to him, though.
Okay.
He's a Hall of Fame coach. I think turning around the Saints has something to do with it, too. They were a dismal franchise.
Well, and he came during the time with Katrina as well.
Yeah.
But for me, I think of those things. I also think of the Drew Brees element. I look at the Drew Brees thing as a pro and a con. Pro because it's like, man, you've had this Hall of Fame guy down there, but at the same time, you've only been to one Super Bowl. It's kind of like the Mike McCarthy conversation, right? At least in Pittsburgh, it's like, man, Tom has been to multiple. Cowher had been to multiple. So it was like, I think of that part. That's where I'm like, okay, with Sean Payton, he doesn't have multiple. He just has that one. But he had a Hall of Fame quarterback while he was down there. But that was the con. The pro is he low-key can claim that he developed Drew Brees into a Hall of Fame quarterback because when Drew was leaving San Diego, He
had a good season, though.
No, listen, a good season was not Hall of Fame quarterback level. They were replacing him. They were trying to replace. Let's be real.
Yeah.
So when I think of that into where Drew is now, that's Sean Payton. Sean Payton definitely can claim a lot of that. And I do think that, bolsters his argument for being a Hall of Famer or not.
Yeah, I like that point. Because you're right. They did draft Phillip Rivers to replace him. But he actually had 2 good seasons when Rivers was on the roster. But then he got injured real bad.
Yeah, I remember.
And then the Dolphins wouldn't take him. Nick Saban wanted Brees. But they were like, no, we're not touching Brees. We don't want anything to do with this injury. But then the Saints...
Because they didn't know if he was going to be able to still throw and be good. Yeah.
The Saints took the chance on him. And... maybe that's the difference even between Saban being potentially a Hall of Fame coach in the NFL versus going back to Bama and Sean Payton. We're talking about him like we are right now. But I do think this last season is a positive for him. To be almost in the playoffs today. I think they finished with a winning record. It was it 9-8? Was it 9-8? I think it was. Yeah. But with the quarterback situation, like if they had Jameis, I think they're in the playoffs. Yeah. I really do. Because who was the last team that made it in the NFC?
Was it Philly?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. So I think they would have gotten it in over Philly.
Yeah.
This was good. Like to have Jameis, then go Simeon, Taysom Hill, that whole weird scenario.
But do you fault him for only going to one Super Bowl having Drew Brees that long?
No, because I think he should have went to that second one. How many NFC championships did they go to?
Was it?
Right off the bat, I'm thinking
he won the one. He lost the one in Minnesota.
I'm only thinking
because that was the one with Diggs.
I think they lose to the Bears. They lost to the Bears way back, like in the snow. I can't remember if that was the NFC Championship. I think it was.
See, I don't remember.
I think it was.
Man, we got a computer, man. Pull that thing.
I swear to God, I think that was in 2006 because that's when the Colts won and they faced the Bears with like Grossman. I swear to God, that was an NFC Championship. Okay. I don't think it was a divisional. Let me check real quick though.
So it might be 3 then.
Is there a way I could do this quicker though? Can I just look up Sean Payton?
Yeah, just pull up Sean Payton coaching record. Go to the Pro Football Reference or whatever, Sean Payton, and then you'll be able to pull up his AFC. I was gonna say playoff performances, playoff records.
Will they tell me exactly?
Yeah,
what
it'll
games
pull up
he was in?
all the playoff games that he's been in specifically, and then from there you just go through the different years, and you can see how many wins he's had. So if he had 2 wins in a playoff, then he
probably,
made it to the AFC.
Probably game logs, huh?
Yeah.
Probably go to the game logs. No, they don't have
No,
it.
all the way at the bottom. It's just a postseason, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay.
Wish me luck on this one.
I would, if you were closer, I would help, but you like kind of far away, and I'm like, bro, I can't see all the way like that now.
All right, hold on. I'm getting this right.
Come on now. I believe in you, bro. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Oh, so you've seen this before. No, I'm not saying it. It's stopping.
All right, I'll pull it up.
You're doing it.
You talk while I get the
I'll read some super chats.
Up. Yeah, you do that, man.
That's always something good to have in the back pocket. Oh, so you sure you got it? I'm still trying to look, but all right. I'll do pro packs. I think this is where we left off. He says Deke got suited up to be AB's lawyer.
Bruh.
Much love.
Did you watch the with Brian Gumbel?
No.
He was like,
I just heard he wants to play for the Ravens.
I just heard that he don't have mental health issues. He has mental wealth. That's what he said. Yeah. I was like, oh, that's what we calling it.
What's the opposite of issues then? What's an antonym to issues?
Hey, that's what he told us. That's what he said, man.
Dave Shipley says Bonds had to hit pitchers on roads too. I don't know what that means.
Oh, on roids, steroids. Roids. Yeah, absolutely. Heck yeah.
Right. So it was even. The roids cancel out.
I would agree with that, man.
Damon Brown, happy 100th, fellas. Shout out to everyone in the chat. I see you out here, Deke, looking like a shady Southern Baptist preacher.
Hey, bruh.
LOL. JK. Look good, brother. Can't wait till the 200th episode. Still dope. Then we got John Maumeister. Lily gave us a big scare, but is here safe and sound.
Oh, yes. His baby girl. Remember he talked? He was on last show where he had the 3 daughters that didn't. Yeah, man. So we're definitely glad to hear that, man. Big time congrats. And now that young Lily is here, please shoot me an email, man. Moats winners, MOATS winners @gmail.com. Pretty please, you. Yes, you. Thank you.
Then he says, Deke, holy crap. I would never believe that was $20. That looks fire. Yeah, I swear it was like 20, 25
Bro, it looks
bucks.
good, man.
Yeah, I got like 4 or 5 of them. Pretty nice ones. Rich Rasmussen. Maybe they're looking at bringing in a more traditional DC so Tomlin can be more involved with the offense.
As like an overseer then?
I don't think these guys make me feel that way, because the guys that we're interviewing makes me feel like it's going to be more of the same of Tomlin overlooking the defense, and he's just giving the reins to Canada. Am I wrong on that?
That's kind of how I was thinking of it.
That's what I'm thinking too. How you looking over there?
I was good. I found the page. It's just a lot of reading. And now I'm over here like, bro, y'all telling me about playoff percentages and all the years. I didn't ask for all that. I just want the simple.
Jason Morton. Have you heard the comments that Charlie Batch made about Ben not being able to call offensive plays until the second half of games? I did hear that, and that's why I went on my spiel about a week or 2 ago talking about how this season was hijacked from him. It pisses me off. There was too many things. Like Batch was saying stuff, and then Tomlin's interviews at the end of the season. It's just disappointing. And how the offense looked from first half to second half, too. You can just see it.
Allegedly, right? I mean, because you never know. They might not be telling all the truth, right? You never know.
This was the truth.
Nah, you never know.
We know Batch's character. No. He ain't just saying
We
that.
just can't just assume it, you know.
Hell no.
No. He might have ulterior motives or something.
No.
Yeah.
No ulterior motives. Batch is just telling the truth. He had to get it off his chest. He was tossing and turning at night.
Oh, that's what it was.
That's
what it was. Okay.
He couldn't take seeing the games, how they played out, and then wake up the next day seeing people be going back and forth about stuff. And he was like, I know the truth. I need to reveal the truth. And I'm glad he did.
I like it. Look, man, I've been trying to read through this article, bro. I'm not about to read through this article trying to find this daggone thing. So we just going to chalk it up and say it was 3 and leave it at that, man.
I think 3.
Yes, bro. Because I was over here looking. I'm like, I see the Eagles. I see this Bears. And I was trying to see if there was another one in here. I'm like, bro, all right, y'all got me. I'm done.
Well, I'm almost done with the super chats. I've been rolling.
Oh, well, shoot, keep going in, man.
Let me just read these off.
Keep going, popcorn player.
This is pretty good. I had them all in the bank.
Are you going by Eric today, or are you going by Deke?
Nah, always Deke.
Okay, because you just look real sharp, man. I'm telling you, bro. Like,
don't call
with
me
the glasses, God, dog, you just, man.
I want to get rid of the glasses, to be honest. I want to do LASIK.
Tell you, oh, man, you going LASIK on this?
I think I do.
Little Clark Kent action, bro.
I don't know when.
Okay.
I don't know if this year's the play for that.
Well, it worked for Jameis. Jameis got his eyeball 6.
He looked better this year.
Yeah, he definitely did, man.
I thought he did.
You could be the new Jameis. Jameis on YouTube.
See, I actually wear glasses, though. He could have been wearing glasses. He could have wore the sport goggles. He could have went Kareem on us, at least.
Oh, man, that would have been so stank, bro. That would have been so stank.
Let's go, UW. Rooney should be telling Tomlin he needs to swallow his pride and leave the majority of play calling to the DC.
I can see it. I could definitely understand it, man.
Let's see. Farron Bradford. Nice little 20 spot here.
Oh, hey, what up, Farron? Farron, we appreciate you, baby, from the heart.
With an average season next year, is it fair to put Coach T on the hot seat? No excuse to not get a ring with the Killer Bees. Most of our losses were coaching indictments, and if what Butler said was true, then we need to apply pressure.
Now, you know, we don't know if what Butler said was true, though, right? And unless which one are we? I believe.
Here's what I will say. No, with the Killer Bee stuff,
I believe a little bit, man.
I can't put that all on Tomlin.
No, I was talking about if he believes what Coach Butler was saying. I was like, I was going to believe what Coach Butler was saying. I'm not putting that on him either. Clarify for me. You go ahead, though.
I'm lost.
You were talking about the Killer Bees. Yeah. You're saying it's not on Coach Tomlin in terms of this comment right here. Because Farron is basically saying that.
Not all on him.
All of it is on him.
You know what?
Well.
The one where I felt most anger, I guess, toward Tomlin was the Jaguars game at home. That was the one.
Playoff game.
Yeah, that was the one.
But he doesn't have Ryan Shazier.
I know you brought that up, so maybe there's a little more nuance to it. But still,
because essentially
that shouldn't have been like that.
But So it's like us saying we shouldn't have tied with Detroit, but we didn't have our starting quarterback versus Detroit.
Dude, that was bad still.
What was Ryan Shazier to that defense, though?
Pretty good. No,
pretty good. He was like the best player on that defense.
We still should have beat the Patriots without him, though. That was the whole Jesse James catch.
I get that. But all I'm saying is, bro, it's like they should have been in the Super Bowl themselves. Should they not have? Yes, they should have. Yeah. They were a really good team that year, man. They were
got a lucky call against them up in New England. But no, that was the one. Plus, you combine with Ben, what did he throw? Like almost 500 yards and like 5 touchdowns in that game. It's like, bro, come on. We need some stops on defense in the second half. It just wasn't working. But the other ones, it's like we went up to New England with like Kobe Hamilton as one of our top receivers and Sammy Coates. Denver, we've talked about that before with Tucson and the help that we had around us on offense. Like he fumbled. We actually should have won that game. And he fumbled it. You know what I mean?
And everything was in position, man.
Combine those. And what was the other one? What's the other one I'm missing?
But see, I don't think that Denver game would be an indictment on Coach T.
No, I'm not. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yes, we should have won more in the Killer Bees era, but I can't put that all on Tom. There was just some fluky stuff going on at times. Granted, like you got to overcome, so he deserves a little bit of that, but you can't put it all on him. Yeah, but you could put blame on other people, like some of the players too. So
I would agree, man.
No, I don't think we should look back. I don't know. I mean, he brings up fair points. Like he's right. Like if we have an average season or two here with Tomlin, then I do think he deserves to be on the hot seat. Like if we won one with the Killer Bees, then he has a nice 5 or 10 year window of whatever.
Right. It's just like I said, man. If the comments weren't what they were from Keith Butler, I don't feel any of this. But because he said what he said, that changes a lot, man. Whew. Changes a lot, man.
Deke looking like he had a long day of denying insurance claims.
Sorry, you're just not covered. Oh, you said, that's me? Nah, wrong company. Nope, can't get you. Like I said, man.
Black Lavender says, Moats, when are we going to see Deke give you the crazy work? Shady McCoy voice. Oh. By saying crazy work. In Madden or on a Twitch stream.
Oh, man. Yeah. Deke got that mad. I'm going to Call of Duty. That's what I want to see. I want to get my shoot on.
Hey, what about this?
If he down for shooting, I'm down for shooting.
What about this?
What's up?
Do you like NCAA football?
I would have played if I needed to.
You don't have to. I'm starting up a dynasty, though, some point in the spring. So I'm going to have Pitt. I was going to say you could join in as like JMU or something and like try to build a program up.
You said you still be up with JMU?
I feel like you'd want to be them, no? Wouldn't you?
Not if we competed.
No, you're doing your own division. Like I probably won't play you.
Okay. I was saying that. Not about we playing against
You're building your own program. Unless we meet in a bowl game or something.
I was about to say you trying to set me up over here, man.
That's an option. Yeah. I mean, I'm just throwing it out there because I sending out invites to people in the Twitch stream.
What's your COD game like, man?
Oh hell no, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not playing anything outside of sports games. The only one thing, and you could actually kind of say it's sports, is Mario Kart.
That is funny. I'm the opposite. I don't want to play any. The only sport game I have is Sonic Adventure.
You had to come out of retirement to do that.
I was like, bro, I didn't even do that. Yeah, man. Like, I want to take my mind. I want to shoot. I want to race. And that's about the only spot I want to do racing. Shooting, racing, Spider-Man, stuff like that, man. Yeah.
Let's see. We'll keep these super chats going. That was Black Lavender. We
got 2 more, and then we'll go to the next topic anyway, so we'll be perfect.
Yeah, Malachi Swift. Love your show. Do you think Stephon Tuitt will stay in Pittsburgh? He just sold his house. #757.
Crib. What is happening? My brother?
So this is legit. Mm-hmm. Him selling his house.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Is it legit?
Yes. From everything. Dude, I knew something was up when wifey brought it to me. Wifey can't, because I told you, I
tried looking it up.
I'm a detox. I don't be up there like that. So I was like, let me search it. I started searching. I'm like, okay, I see people talking about it.
Is it on Google?
Just go
here it is.
Yeah, it's up there, bro.
Heavy.com.
Yeah, but like I said, if you would have went on Twitter and just typed in Tuitt, you ain't have to type in home. You ain't type in his first name, just Tuitt. That's all that's popping up right now, man. Yeah, wifey was the one that broke it to me, man.
Where's he at? Did it say Pine Township? Maybe he wants to go somewhere else.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe he's trying to come to the South Hills.
Yeah,
maybe that's what he's trying to do. You know,
South Hills. Where's Pine Township? Because Cranberry's a nice area.
Cranberry,
the north,
Wexford area, right?
Oh, that's up there already.
I would assume, yeah.
So Pine Township. Yeah, maybe he wants to get to the South
Or
Hills.
maybe he wants to go Shady Side. Maybe he wants to go South Side.
Shady Side, Fox Chapel. Maybe.
Absolutely, he got some options. Yeah. Or what's the other one that's over? Oh my goodness. What is that area going out towards like Children's Hospital, UPMC, and stuff like that? Gibsonia. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, it's like maybe Gibsonia. That's another spot you get your nice house, get some land and stuff. So, yeah.
I don't think
You
he's
ain't
going
buying
to
it?
be. No, I don't think he's going to be playing for another team.
Okay.
Could he retire though?
Either option means he wouldn't be playing for us.
Right.
I think that's the reaction. Like, regardless if he's going to play somewhere else, if the team releases him, retires, anything, at the end of the day, it's looking like his services won't be used in Pittsburgh.
Well, that's the other question, though. If he does play, is there some reason for a rift between him and the organization from this season? Because if anything, it seems like the organization was very much in his favor.
Now, no comment. All right. I was about to get in trouble.
All right.
I can't.
All right.
But
it was just a question.
Yeah,
though, you know what I mean?
But what I'll say
Something
is
that
this,
came to
man.
mind.
Publicly, obviously, we know the information that we have in terms of the surgery, in terms of his brother passing away, and we know that was a tough situation on him. It's just, as things progress throughout the season, I do think that there are some other things at play right now. That's all. You know, in terms of his status with this team going forward. I'll leave it at that. But yeah, so I can understand the whole, if he is going to put the house on the market, it wouldn't be out of this framework just when you talk about the business of football in the sense of numbers, cap hit versus availability versus productivity versus do you think you can find something like this for a lot cheaper? Those are some of the things. And the more time you spend away, the more time they get a chance to evaluate, the more time they get a chance to get comfortable with other players, and the more time they get a chance to talk themselves into decisions. That's the other part of it. So I'm leaving it at that, but
okay, so it's not just
it's a lot of moving. It's multiple moving pieces in there.
Not
right now,
just
bro.
Steelers or retire.
Yeah.
It could be Steelers retire or other team then potentially.
Like I said,
this is interesting.
There's some variables with it, bro. Like I said, we'll see how it plays out. I mean, obviously, this is still
he could just be moving to another house in Pittsburgh.
It could be as simple as that, right? I'm sure people do that all the time, and it gets talked about all the time, and it just so happens that it happens after a guy doesn't play all season. Yeah, it happens. Yeah. Like Al, like when your boy Al did it. Yeah. Or when AD
did that actually
did it.
happen or not?
I don't know.
I still don't know if that actually
all
happened.
I know is anytime I've heard about a guy putting his house on the market, usually the next thing is my man is gone. He's,
Brady up in Boston.
That's
right?
all I'm
The
saying,
next
bro.
season he's gone.
That's how it happens. So, yeah.
Let's go, UW. So did you guys see how John Clayton is saying that the Colbert retirement isn't 100% after 2 weeks ago saying it was done? He was the initial guy that said Colbert was retiring.
I don't know if he was the initial. I thought it was it? No, it wasn't Palacero.
Okay.
Was it Shefty?
So Clayton's just combating
Shefty
those
was
reports.
the one who maybe Shefty was one who broke the Ben. No, because one of those dudes.
It was Pelissero and Rappaport, I think, for Colbert.
Right, that's what I thought. Yeah, okay.
The combined reporting.
You're right. It was the combined reporting. Yeah. So maybe Clayton's just trying to go against them, I guess. I
think
know.
so.
Or trying to hedge a bet, like, hey, maybe if I throw this out there.
I know you have Schefter up here, but then you go Rappaport and Pelissero a tier below. Has Clayton been ruining himself recently with some of his calls?
If Tom Pelissero and Rappaport are together, but I do like Clayton, though. That's all I'm saying, because they're together. It's like with the Power Rangers. Like, if I'm just the Red Ranger and you're just the Black Ranger, and we're separate, it ain't the same. But we put our, we get in here together. Now we nice. So maybe them two together, it's like, okay, y'all are up here. But John Clayton, man, I got love for John, man. I was a fan of John while I was playing.
Oh, dude, he's great. I don't care how many takes that he gets wrong.
Bro,
I could care less.
I tell you, man, one of my happiest moments, and I have a lot of happy moments. One of my other happiest moments, man, I was doing an interview, and he's on the line with us. And I'm like, yeah, it's Arthur Moats, former NFL player. He's like, yeah, I know who you are. You played with the Bills. You did it. I'm like, he knows me. Yes. That's all I want to do, man. Just be remembered a little bit. Just a little bit. And every time, like a John Clayton, when he says something, I'm like, thank you. Certain ones like that, man. He's one of those guys.
It's that Slayer commercial for me.
That joke is hilarious,
That's
bro.
Sports Center commercial.
It is hilarious, man.
They need to get back to those. I don't know if they do them anymore.
Dude, they're saying Tomlin is the Marvin Lewis 2.0. Marvin never got a Super Bowl, baby. No. Did Marvin go to a Super Bowl? No, not in Cincy. Heck, man. He never won a playoff game there. Yeah, never mind. I'm tripping. Yeah, he can't be. Yeah, he's not Marvin Lewis, man. But speaking of Marvin Lewis, remember when I told you he was out there in Arizona State?
Yeah.
I was like, it was him, Antonio Pierce, co-D coordinators or whatever. Herm Edwards out there.
Yeah.
They just brought in Brian Billick The former Ravens coach, he's out there now. I said, bro, they
It's
got a
too
whole they making it like Bama. You look at Bama's coaching staff and it's like that. You see what? Oh, you got Dig on Doug Marrone as the O-line coach, Bill O'Brien is the OC. You got this guy. It's like same type of concept. They just doing it at Arizona State.
And
the same
those
concept
dudes are
though,
probably
man.
On average like 10 years older from all those guys. At Bama.
Yeah, man. When I saw that, I was like, yo,
Got some
what
OGs
the heck,
out there.
bro? Yeah.
Luke
I
Walker.
kind of like it though, low key.
He says, I want 14-3 or 3-4 next year. No in between.
I hope it works like that then, man. Yeah.
I don't like punting the season. I get his sentiment of you do that, all of a sudden, all right, now you could realistically get like Bryce Young or one of those guys. That doesn't feel right, though. I don't think we will. I actually think we're going to put together a pretty decent roster here.
Yeah,
the biggest question will be the quarterback, though. If we don't make a move, free agency, trade, anything like that.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be, all right, X factor. What does Mason or Haskins do?
That's simple, man.
That's what I think.
I'm leaning that way. I just don't want to believe it all the way just yet. But I'm going to keep leaning that way.
What do you mean?
Just in the sense that, they're going to do the put together a talented roster everywhere else and just leave quarterback as is. I hope if we did go that route, we would actually go that route. That's all I'm saying. Not we're going to kind of upgrade this year, kind of wait till next year. That's what I don't want. But that's why I was saying I don't want to just assume that that's going to happen because as we've seen these past couple of years, it has, we can't always give them the benefit
Things
of
have
the doubt.
been weird.
That's a
we
nice
haven't
way to
been
put it,
operating the same as usual. Bringing in Ebron, trading. Was it?
You
No,
said
it was
you said
signing.
we haven't been operating as usual, correct?
Right.
Yeah,
It's
the
been
Ebron
weird.
one. Yeah,
Bringing in Ebron, trading for Minka, signing Steven Nelson, like
trading
these are
up
some,
for Bush.
Yeah, these are some
trading
really nice
for Ahkello.
moves.
Like
Right.
Yeah.
Some of these are really nice moves. At the same time,
even the Joe Schobert move.
right. Looking back, it's like, did we do enough though? There was still some left out there because we did have cap space throughout this season.
We definitely did.
It's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So it's weird. Like I like some of these moves. There's some splash moves, but at the same time, you didn't go all in.
That's my concern. I'm like, I can get behind them having everywhere else be fully loaded and we just know, hey, we're a quarterback away. And we can win with that. We can still be competitive with that. We just know that, hey, we're going to have to play perfect against some of these teams. If we're only doing that for a year, cool. And we know we get that guy next year. Now we're fully loaded. But they got to commit to it.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if they're really going to commit to it just yet, man. That's my whole thing in terms of why I'm a little bit more skeptical about the scenario, man. But this has been good, though, man. I like these supers, man. I like where we're at right now, bro.
Richard Arbizo, this isn't super. We're
good,
all
man.
caught up. He says, I'm prepared to get a Haskins jersey if coach makes him the starter. Never rocking a Mason jersey, if I'm being honest.
Ooh, well, Deke already said that that's his quarterback, Haskins. It's on record. You pull it up right on the channel right here. It's on record. Them two up there. Hey, Haskins, as soon as 7 leaves, you're my guy. From here on out. If 7's gone, you're my guy. He looked him in the eye. Haskins said, all right. And that was it. It's documented.
If it continues to sit as it is today, I stand by that. But
document it, bro.
I mean, if we make a trade or something, then what can I do?
You got to hold true because you're not a fake fan. Otherwise, you'll be a fake Haskins fan, and you're not fake in any way, shape, or form, man.
No, here's the problem.
Man.
Here's the problem. There's two things, actually. I was a little buzzed when saying that. So,
bro, you were 2 White Claws in tops.
No.
Then it,
I was pounding like Tito's.
No, bro, no, man. You were sober then, man.
I had the vodka mixers going. It was good. That was a fun night.
That was, bro.
It really was. But yeah, shouldn't we give a little grace for people that try to make commitments whenever they are a little buzzed?
Nope. No.
Don't some questionable decisions happen at times?
I thought they said, what does it say? Drunk thoughts, a sober tongue with drunk thoughts, something like that, right?
You know what? I did feel that way at the time because I was like, you know what? Haskins is giving me this little interview here. It's going to be funny. I appreciate this. So I'm going to support you.
Your cheeks got a little rosy red a little bit. She's like, I just love you, Haskins. As soon as 7 leaves, I
told him straight up. I'm like, listen, I hope Ben stays like 4 years.
You definitely did.
He's my guy. But you know what? If he doesn't.
Awkward smirk too, like where is he going with this?
But there's that. But also, what else was I going to say? Crap. No, I forgot. There was another thing I wanted to bring up. In terms of, that.
I know you said if they were to bring in another quarterback.
Bring in another quarterback. Oh, yeah, here it is. whenever I talked about the Ben stuff in regards to like the organization and calling people fake fans and stuff whenever they're not supporting them, like Ben has deserved that benefit of the doubt. Like that's the thing with Haskins.
Cutting Haskins out. You saying Haskins doesn't?
He's got to prove it, man. Like
he showed up to the softball game and gave you an interview. He didn't know you. He didn't know me. He just simply said, you know what? This guy is cool. This guy said, you know, he would support me. I'm going to give him an interview and I'm going to smile on record. He didn't say any slanderous stuff. He didn't curse. He actually looked like he enjoyed the interview, man.
Yeah, he did. I thought he did.
So he's earned it, bro.
I think we got a connection.
So he's earned it.
If we, you know, if he started.
If he tunes in right now, you're going to lose the connection because he's going to be like, oh, he don't really believe me. That's what he's going to say right now,
With
man.
how it sits right now, I want him. Like if we're just staying put, we got to go with Haskins.
You got these caveats. You didn't have these
I just
caveats
don't know what
with
we're
7, man.
Do. I don't know what we're going to do.
You ain't give Ben these caveats as long as we don't do this, it's that, and if it's that.
He deserved it, though. I mean, come on.
Haskins gave you an interview at the softball game. It was raining. He stood out there.
Dude, Ben's the greatest Steeler quarterback of all time.
Bro, he had the Christian Dior bucket hat on, bro. You saw the Christian Dior bucket hat. You saw what it looked like. He had it like this. That's
Haskins got to earn it. We got to see what he's doing. But you know what?
I'm saying,
right
man.
off the bat, I'm supporting him. Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, I'm supporting him. Okay. I don't know if we're making any moves. Like, if he's not going to start, then I'm not going to be that guy. Come on. I'm not going to be every pass thrown, put in Haskins. Unless it's Mason starting, then yeah. Yeah. It's time for Haskins.
Oh, my God. You are terrible, bro.
But Mason might do good. Like, this scenario that we're in right now, as Steeler fans, is new territory for a lot of us.
Okay.
Especially people my age. You saw how we acted in 2019.
Yeah.
It stuck 1 second. It's Mason. Yeah. We want this. It could be chaos here in terms of our mental state. It could be. Or someone's got to step up.
Or it could be anarchy. They could just go out there and get a high-end quarterback. He come out here and light it up, and everybody be like, Ben who?
No.
Yes. That's what I've noticed. There's a couple of factions of Steeler fans out here right now. You got the faction of fans that are hoping that everything goes bad, so they can be like, see, this is why you need Ben. No. Not you. But let's be real. You've seen those fans out there. There is a faction of Steeler fans that do want this team to have a struggle finding a quarterback so they can be like, told y'all shouldn't have ran him out here. Told y'all Ben should have been here. Told y'all he should have came back. There's a faction of that. There's a faction that wants him to go out there and bring in a high-end quarterback and make everybody forget about 7. Then there's another faction that just wants to see good ball. Well, I'm sure people said they couldn't forget about Bradshaw.
I still don't think people can, right? If that's your guy, that's your guy. You're like, oh man, the days of Bradshaw.
Yeah,
right?
But you see how you're like, if that's your guy, that's your guy. Right?
No, you're saying if they like drafted Marino or something, like
Correct.
Rodgers made people forget about Favre whenever he came in. I just want to win. I don't care. I mean, I don't care. I just want to win. 7-7, man. Like you can't take anything away from what he's done.
Yeah.
You got something to say?
No, I'm leaving it alone. I don't want to mess with it today, man. It's our 100th celebration, man. We ain't doing that today. I'm on your team, player. Come on now.
You have something concocted up.
What are you talking? Why you keep putting this on me today, bro? First it was you was trying to act like you want a Bills fan. Now you trying to say that I got all this stuff concocted over here. You just keep coming at me with this negativity, Deke. I feel like it's personal.
I think we got another super chat.
All right.
Do we? Oh, yeah. So that was Luke
get that
Walker.
One. Oh, I think it 2.
Big Rush.
Yeah, you get those 2, and then I'll get this next topic as well.
He says, we should waste Watt, Hayward, and Minkett and guys like that great years by being patient.
He's pissed about it. Yeah.
We did. Maybe he's saying we did or we could. I think he's saying we could instead of we should.
I think he's saying it like as a rhetorical, like, so you're saying like we should. So you're saying we should waste Watt. We should waste Hayward. We should waste Minka's, contract years.
Oh, he's talking to the 3 and 14.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. Yeah,
I don't want to go 3 and 14.
He was like, we need to get we need to be aggressive in free agency, draft the best player available, and make sure we are in the Super Bowl run. Sadly, we don't have the coaching staff to get an elite quarterback. Why would a player like Rodgers leave that good, creative coaching staff to come to Pittsburgh to work with Coach Tomlin and Matt Canada? Yeah, he bring up, man, Big Rush, bro. You bring up some good stuff, bro.
Fire Canada immediately.
Yeah, it's not like, and we've talked about this. We're like, if you're Aaron Rodgers, what is so intriguing about Pittsburgh? In contrast to the Green Bay Packers outside of the current cap situation, because coaching staff wise, personnel wise, you've already said you don't want to be a part of a rebuild. We are very much in like that middle tier where we can go one or two directions. You hear even in the chat, right? You can go 14-3. You can go 3-14. So we're a piece here or there from one of those things realistically happening. And if you're Aaron Rodgers and you're saying to yourself, I might have one, maybe 2 to 3 years left. Do you want to be tied to a Matt candidate for one of those years? Do you want to take that chance that they don't restock the cupboard the way that you think they are? Or you're coming here and you're accustomed to a Devontae Adams. And we like, bro, we a little short on Devontae Adams. We got some Anthony Lazards though. You want some Lazard? I got some Lazard. I ain't got no Adams though.
Is that where Claypool's at right now?
Isn't he?
Deontay, I say, is a step ahead of him. Drops hurt him though.
So I can't say he's a step ahead of him then.
More dynamic, but
you can't be dynamic if you're not catching it. Yeah.
Something to consider. Moises Zambrano says, Deke, do you like Terry Bradshaw or Ben Roethlisberger as a quarterback?
Oh, Moises, see, you still new.
Is he? He must be, yeah.
He hopped on, was it last month?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's still new. Moises. When it comes to quarterbacks, Deke only knows one quarterback. And I mean that, only one. Benjamin, I believe his middle name Todd, Roethlisberger, okay? If you're asking who's the greatest quarterback of all time, if you're asking Deke, it's Benjamin, Todd, Roethlisberger. If you're asking who's the GOAT of all GOATs in just life, Benjamin, Todd, Roethlisberger. If you ask Deke, it's a burning building. It's 2 rooms, each side of the house. You can only go to one. Your daddy in one room, not the fake daddy, like your real daddy. Your real daddy in one room, Benjamin Todd Roethlisberger in the other room, and you ask Deke, hey, which one are you going to save? You can only save one. He's going to think about it for a second. He's going to end with the right answer, but he's going to think about it, and that's the wrong move, baby. All right. So, Moises, whenever it's quarterback talk, don't ever ask Deke who's the number 1 quarterback. Just start at who's your 2 and 3 guy. I always start at Deke. Who's your number 2 guy? Or excluding Ben Roethlisberger, who is the best quarterback right now? That's how you got to talk to him, Moises. I'm just giving you the prerequisite, baby.
I think you covered it.
I just, making sure we're good, man. Making sure we're good.
Well, the whole burning building scenario, if that's 2 years ago and Ben's playing, we need him out there, right?
All right, it's day before the Super Bowl. Your dad's in one room, Ben's in the other room. Which one we going with?
Who's our backup at the time?
Hey, Dad, you coming to get me, Deke? I love you. Goodbye. Long live.
We got Wade Keith. Says via Steelers Depot. Oh, I saw this today. This was interesting. Mike Singletary vetoed a trade that would have sent Ben Roethlisberger to the 49ers. I found it on Steelers Reddit.
Yeah, I did see that as well. Yeah, Singletary did say that. That was weird. I don't know the details or the particulars of it, but yeah.
That time's when the fake news allegations were coming out against Ben, and I don't know.
You said the what?
The fake news allegations were out against Ben back in like 2010.
I got you. Good call. I'm glad you said it. I was so lost.
Yeah. That was around that time, and there were rumors, reports that the Steelers may have been shopping him.
Oh, I did not know that.
Raiders were in the mix. But yeah, I guess maybe 49ers were in the mix too. Singletary vetoed the trade. Thank you for vetoing that, Singletary.
Shoot, yeah, absolutely. Mike, from when I shook your hand in your office to now, thanks again, baby, because if you take him, then yeah, my success here isn't the same because we need that guy. So absolutely. But hold on, before we get...
I still don't know if the Steelers make the trade though, too. I mean, maybe there were talks, but like to actually pull the trigger on that,
I ain't gonna lie, I've never dove into that time frame because I don't like getting into that time because it makes it uncomfortable for me. It's just, yeah.
Yeah. There were, like I said, they were, how some stuff, like rumors right now are, like in terms of like trades and stuff. Mm-hmm. There wasn't as much out there. I don't know if it was a different time because there wasn't social media, but there wasn't as much talk about Ben getting
trade back.
No,
then.
there wasn't.
Got you.
It was like just faint stuff you would hear once in a while with Ben and trades and like that kind of off season. But no, That's what I mean. I don't know what to make of it. Maybe there was talks, but I don't know if the Steelers even pulled the trigger.
Got you. Okay.
But maybe Singletary didn't even let it get to that point and just vetoed it all around.
Shoot. Shout out to Singletary,
Yeah.
man. Like I said, double thank you. But I still got beef since you ain't draft me. You took Navarro Bowman, even though it was a great selection by you. God, great selection. Anywho, before we transition to this next topic, it wouldn't be 100th live show without a sponsor.
Oh, yeah.
For today's show.
Big time sponsor.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today's 100th live stream is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. You know, America's top-rated sports booking app. Not only are they safe, but just like Deke in this fire suit, secure and reliable. And for all of my first-time users out there, because you can't get to the 100th show without having that first show. So for all the first-timers out there, if you use the promo code Moats, you'll receive up to $1,000 in deposit bonus money. So with that being said, baby, stop wasting time. Join the celebration. Put the promo code in and get yourself an opportunity to make a little money. But Deke, as much as this is a great day, it's a celebration of us.
Mm-hmm.
We know at times, sometimes people celebrate a little too hard. Sometimes people don't know when to cut off. They don't know how to draw that line. And you know what? If you know someone who has a gambling problem, you know what you should do, Deke?
No.
You gotta call 1-800-GAMBLER. I say, you gotta call 1-800-GAMBLER. I say, if you know somebody with a gambling problem, you better call 1-800-GAMBLER. I say 1-800-GAMBLER. I say 1-800-GAMBLER. And
people are calling for it, man.
You know, that was the episode for the 100th.
This was in the middle of you doing
guys.
the DraftKings ad.
Yeah.
People are like, Donald Copeland says,
Sing.
song time.
Song.
Jacob Malacio,
We
sing
do
it,
this.
Moats.
We do this.
Mr. Woods CY says, song time is life. Todd Sikowski's a hater, though, says, gotta put my cats in another room.
You know how we do. Come on, baby.
Deke, drop him a beat, man. You're right. I might need to have a beat for that,
Hey,
huh?
man, get up on the ones and twos one time, man. You know how we on this thing, baby.
Feels like a simple beat. That feels just like a...
You know, yeah. Take him to church a little bit at the end, you know.
I think that beat would fit.
That's
Maybe
how we
one of these
roll,
times.
Man. That's how we roll, man. That's how we do this thing out here. But ladies and gentlemen, like I said, man, this is the 100th live stream, man. Like I said, man, we really appreciate everybody that's been rocking with us this whole time. We got a couple more topics, and after that, man, we will get to the fun stuff, man. We're gonna do some more not some more giveaways. We'll be doing our giveaways because we got multiple giveaways we got to do, baby. And I thought about sprinkling them in, you know, in between different segments. I said, no.
Grand finale.
We're gonna do a grand finale. We're gonna turn up the way we're supposed to turn up. You know, so we're gonna have a little fun at the end of this thing. But right now, we gotta proceed. Okay? Because obviously we're talking about the coordinator situation and then going forward from there. But we gotta continue on with our Would You Rather series in terms of the unrestricted free agents that the Pittsburgh Steelers currently have. And going down that list and just determining, hey, is this somebody that we would like to re-sign? Is this somebody that we would want to have re-signed at this price? Or is it somebody that we would want walking and, you know, letting them hit the open market, man? But the first guy we want to talk about today is Ahkello Witherspoon. Now, with Ahkello, we know he came over via trade, mid-season? Was that week? Was it 5 week? No. Might have been before
the
that.
season.
Yeah, it was like right before training camp. Or excuse me, right before the regular season started, right after like camp ended and stuff. So,
because we were looking bad secondary wise in the preseason.
Yeah. And for a while, it was mixed bag with Ahkello. When he was getting out there early on, didn't have the best performances, and then we also had like a stretch where he wasn't even dressing,
right? And
it just looked like a terrible trade because we gave up, you know, draft capital, a 5th round pick. and he wasn't playing. And then we saw a guy like Stephon Gilmore, who was acquired for a 6th-round pick, having some success. It definitely made us feel some type of way, but Ahkello definitely picked it up towards the second half or the ending of the season. That Vikings game, more importantly, when he had the 2 interceptions, that really turned it on and changed just, I think, how we viewed him going forward. And then from there, he really put together a strong ending to the season where he showed multiple turnovers, multiple impact plays and coverage, showed some good tackling ability as well. Just like a totally different player, confidence-wise and productivity-wise. So it does make this really intriguing in terms of will we want him back or not? And y'all let us know in the chat too as well. Would y'all want Ahkello Witherspoon back, man?
Oh, yeah, this isn't even a question.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. Tell me one time he got beat in that last 5 or 6 game stretch.
Now, he played extremely well down the stretch, man.
I don't think he got beat one time. He had, 3 total picks? Probably could have had like 4 or 5. Yeah, he was pretty much locked down. I mean, this was the MO on him at San Fran. Like, he's a really talented cornerback. He could go on stretches where he looks like the best cornerback on the team, and that's when they had Richard Sherman still, and when Richard Sherman still made a Pro Bowl with the 49ers. But yeah, I'm all for it because this is the type of dude we need. These are the type of dudes that don't come around that often. The only question mark with them is just, can you keep it up? I mean, this is like your contract year, back up against the wall. So, yeah, you're going to play good to try to get that contract for sure. So now if you get money, you get some security, how are you going to look next year? Because there were times at 49, I mean, they benched him for how bad he was playing. And then because his confidence got low. But from the interview, it sounds like this dude lacks no confidence ever.
I would agree. And that was the funny part. But then we looked at when he left San Fran and went to Seattle, he got paid to go to Seattle to be the guy, and he got beat out that all season to the point where they traded him the same year that they signed him. So you can definitely see with him a little bit of, like you talked about, when he has the confidence, it shows up. But when he doesn't have the confidence, we can see how it can be bad for him.
We didn't see that this year.
Yeah. And I wonder if we didn't see that solely because the opportunities, like I said, he didn't play the first half of this year realistically. Like he had, I think that the Bengals game. I know that Chargers game, he had not the best outing, but after that, it definitely picked up a lot more.
I think he wasn't even in those games for a lot,
Right,
it
but
was
I'm
like
saying
one
he was
play,
in there
Mike
enough,
Williams
right.
got open a little bit on him, but you didn't really see from him.
So the thing was, though, with the sample size being small, and every time we got a chance to see him, it wasn't always good. The perception around him wasn't that. And that's why I wonder, like, okay, was his confidence still good because he just didn't have to deal with a lot of negative plays? And by the time he got on, it was just the perfect storm for him where everything just kind of bounced his way, because we know with turnovers, sometimes it's like that, right? You either have seasons where you don't touch any turnovers, or you have some where they just come in bunches like they were for him. And I just wonder, is that perfect storm, or can we actually bank on this being the norm, being consistent? Because there is a difference. And that's the part where you have to make sure we're doing it right. Because if you overpay him, and this is more so perfect storm, not his norm, not what he can do consistently, well, now we're going to be in the same boat, just in a worse situation cap-wise. And that's my only concern with him. So I do agree with you in terms of bringing him back.
Yeah, we have to.
But my question now is, what's the price point? Because Joe was here, for 11?
Yeah. I mean, we could go up to that, in my opinion. I don't feel good about that, but I don't want to let him walk because I do think he is that talented. I think the right price point is probably around 7 or 8.
Now, you're willing
Could we get him at a discount? Maybe. We might even be able to get him at 5 or 6. I feel really good about that. But 7 or 8, don't feel as good, but I think that's right. I think you would do right by doing that.
So 5 games essentially is enough to give him $7 or $8 million per year.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
To me, that
is another team paying him that though. I don't know what his market is.
That's my thing, because I'm like, I don't think another team would pay him that. I think for
us,
we're a
might
little
be
bit
all right
more
at 5 or
hungry.
6.
Yeah, I think we're in a little bit more of a bind, and I think he would know that. But yeah, I don't think that that small sample size generates that type of money per year when we're talking about a guy like Cam Sutton, who's had way more productivity throughout his time here. His deal wasn't even that. That's all I'm saying. Even Mike Hilton is getting 6 a year. You think about that, and I'm like, man, you throwing Ahkello 5 games versus what these guys have done for multiple seasons, and even Mike Hilton doing it now at multiple locations. Ahkello, that has been a little bit of a knock on him. He hasn't, when he's gotten the money, lived up to it. He hasn't shown that he could do it, multiple years and be that like lockdown guy out there. So that's why I'm just like, what's the number for this dude right now, man?
It's weird.
Because it's intriguing because the end productivity was nuts, bro.
I could see a team paying him maybe double digits in free agency.
He ended nice, bro.
Because he is really talented. And you go back to the 49ers, him locking up some of the top receivers, and then you look at what he did these last 5 or 6 games this season, it's like, dude, this could be the lockdown corner basically every team in the NFL is looking for. And this is something we especially need here with the Steelers. And then also, is it a 1-year deal? Is it multi-year? Is it 2 or 3? These are all questions.
Because I feel like
we would be getting
if you're going to
away.
pay him for 7 or 8 right now, you're going to want to probably do a multi-year. That's kind of how I
can see it as a 1 year, though.
But the reason why you don't want to do a whole bunch of 1 years is because it eats up all that cap space. And that's what you're not trying to. You don't want to kill all of that on a whole bunch of these 1 year type things on guys that you're still trying to figure out if he's like that or not. I'd much rather spread it out, 3-year deal where I got a little more flexibility. I get a chance to see him audition before I just throw, a crazy amount of money at him. And if it doesn't work out, because there is...
Oh, so you don't find 7 or 8 like that crazy right now?
Nah, but...
You think that's his market then, maybe? Or what
I think that's high end.
Yeah.
I think that's like absolutely high end. But I think page. if his agent, they play the situation right and they can find one other suit, I think he can get around that. But for me personally, I wouldn't want to pay him that. Just because the sample size is too small. But
yeah, if I'll
put it in the poll as well, man. Hold on, I'm gonna put it in the poll as well in terms of just because I think everybody wants Ahkello back, but I'll just put it as: would you pay him over 7 or under 7?
That's a good number. Good? That's a good over under. I think. Would I? Yeah, if you don't have to, you don't do it. Let's say you have to. Yeah, I would. I wouldn't want him to go out in free agency and us to lose him. Because here's the other question, though. Do you replace him with one of these other guys, one of these other cornerbacks? We went through the list. I remember J.C. Jackson was the main guy, but we're starting to think that he's going to get up to 13 or 14 million. Mm-hmm. Now, we wanted to sign him. But J.C.
has way more proven productivity. He's doing it for way longer. And that's the thing. I'm like, right now, we can't even talk about the whole season for Ahkello. We're literally focusing on a 5-game sample size at the end of the season. That's my only concern, man.
That's understood.
Yeah.
It's definitely understood. You have to bring him back, though, I think. You have to.
See, I don't necessarily feel like you have to, in the sense of if that number is going to be over 7, I would much rather.
So over 7 over, you're done.
7 over. I'm like, I would much rather go try to find another Ahkello trade or another Ahkello comp type corner free agency and then just draft the guy, because I'm still going to be able to get multiple pieces that I think could be a little bit more surefire than putting all our eggs in a guy that only had realistically 5 games where he was like, well, we felt confident like that. Because like I said, he played in other times this season, but we never felt like that until that Minnesota game, realistically. That's when it really started to shift for him.
He had the Ravens game before that, though. He played really well. But he didn't have the picks.
Correct. Now, a lot of people...
relationships like with the organization, though.
Now, I'm looking at the poll, and 73% is saying they like him under $7 million. It's about 100 people that voted right now.
We're saying...
But if that has to be the number, though.
We're saying,
if he's saying,
that's
hey,
the question.
If he says, I want 10, what are you saying?
Yeah, double digit might be the point. If it's a 1-year deal...
It's $10 million.
Yeah, 1-year deal, $10 million, I'd do it. Multi-year, that's more tough.
What's the difference, though? It'd be 20 million.
Oh, because if he does bad this year,
because
if he does bad this year, you're eating some dead cap the following season.
But you still be eating that 10 this year if it's a 1-year deal.
Yeah, I'd take my chance on him though.
Man, I can't.
What sucks about that though is if he does ball out, then you're gonna lose him.
Well, that's why for me, I said multi-year deal where that first year you get a nice thing, and from there, that second and third year can be your balloon year. But at the same time, if your play is not exactly what I think it should be, I'm getting rid of it.
What do you mean by balloon year? So a lot of his dead cap space is going to be this year.
No, I'm saying in the sense of like, think about
the
sense of like if it was a 3-year, $20 million deal.
Okay.
And we front loaded where you get 10 this first year, and then I don't know, 5 or excuse me, matter of fact, I'll flip it.
See, I like that deal.
But like something along those lines where it's like either front loaded where a lot of it's in signing bonus and then it builds up in terms of like your base salary and your cap hit that final year where you got a couple of outs. Banner's contract is structured like that. Cam Sutton's, Joe Schobert. Joe Schobert's a prime example. You think of his deal. Big numbers, but you could get out of it in 2 years.
I like that.
That's what I want for Ahkello, where it's like, hey, we respect your play. We respect what you did too, when you came here and some of the turnovers that you had. And we're going to give you a nice deal number-wise. So respectful, people are going to see it. They're going to talk about how great it is. But at the same time, we know that, hey, we're covering you on that front end, but you're going to have to prove that you're more than just a 5-game sample size to tap into that second year and that third year of that deal. That's kind of how I look at it, man.
I like that deal. Because what was Nelson whenever we brought him in?
Nelson was a 3-year. Yeah, but it was it 3? No, he was 4 for 20, 4 for 20, 4 for 25, something like that, right?
I think it was more. I think it was 3. I think it was like around 9.
Okay, so 3 for 20 then, or 3 for 25, like in that range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel comparing those two on the
to me,
market? Like Steven Nelson
at the time had more proven productivity at the time. Steven Nelson at the time was coming off a lead in the league in interceptions also. Now, granted, he was the most targeted, but he has still had multiple years where we could at least point to it and say, you know what, this guy's been continuing to progress the right way. So even though when we paid him, it was a surprise in terms of the dollar amount, people could still look and say, well, you know what, at least it makes sense because we can point to a full season's worth of this type of play. Whereas, like I said, with Ahkello, San Fran didn't play out. Then you just got a deal last offseason. We just traded for him this offseason. He got paid to go to Seattle this offseason. And that for me is like my question of, okay.
So it was $4 million to Seattle. I think he bumped up his stock a little bit. So 7 seems fair if you compare us getting Steven Nelson.
But this is my thing. How is he, like, if he got $4 million this year to go to Seattle and he didn't even make it to the regular season, and then he waited till the last 5 games to be able to really show something here, I don't necessarily believe that that's drastically bumped his stock up from the $4 million to the $7 million, because I'm saying to myself, and this, I'm just playing devil's advocate as like a GM, because this is the stuff that they do. When this is
what they're going to bring up.
Yes, 100%. This is how they go. As a player, bro, I want everybody to get paid. But these are the legit questions, conversations, rebuttals that they have. And that's the other part. It's like, where have you shown that you can do it for 17 games or at least 16 games consistently, where we should invest that type of money in you?
Well, I like that stuff because it lowers the number.
I agree. Yeah.
I'm really banking on those 5 games if I'm him, though, because he looked really good in those 5 games.
Me too. Like I said, I like him a lot.
How do you feel? Are you good with that 7? Like, that's the deal?
7 for me is the deal breaker. Like, it has to be below 7. Like, I would like it at 6.5. Personally, I'm giving him the same deal Seattle gave him. That 4. I'm giving him the 4. I want to give him the 4 this first year. Maybe,
That's your initial offer.
Put it like this. 4 base, 7 total. I want to give you $3 million up front on the signing bonus. 4 for the base, or however you want to structure it, just 7 in that first year. So it can be, I don't know, it could be a $5 million signing bonus, $2 million base salary, however they want to structure it. Then from there, we can start talking about double-digit salary. If we think that you're going to progress like that, you know what? It'd be a $10 million salary in year 2. If you get to that, but you got to prove that you can be that guy that we saw these last 5 games to unlock that 10. That's kind of how I feel with it. Like, I would be surprised if his market is over 7 right now.
Is he getting any buzz?
Well, he won't be able to. Right. Honestly, we'll find out 2 things. Combine, we'll get some buzz to see, teams looking into him and stuff like that. But more importantly, it'll have to be a lot closer to free agency to know potential
March
other
16th,
teams and markets. Yeah.
It's on the bottom of our overlay. Yeah, because J.C. Jackson's the top guy. I don't know how other teams feel about Witherspoon. I don't know if he flew under the radar enough this year for us.
But this is the thing. You say
which would be good.
But think about this.
Be good for us.
Yeah, because I'm saying, like, we say it could be good for us. I also say if I'm another team or if I'm Kevin Colbert, I look at that and say that could be bad for us as well. Because if you were this nice from the beginning, why did it take so long for you to start producing like that? You've been here since, like you said, week 1. Why did it take you to Ravens, Vikings, end of the season to really come on and really start to carve out a role for yourself? Especially when we saw what the DBs were looking like at times this season as well.
Yeah.
So now, once again, when we start talking about 7 million, we start talking about 10 million, we say 4 million, people are like balking at it. It's like, these are the reasons why that conversation could go like that, man.
I'd lean to probably coaching stubbornness, though, as to why Witherspoon didn't get as quick of an opportunity.
So you blame Terrell Austin then?
I don't know.
That's your future DC. Is that what you said? You said coach it. Is that where we going?
You could say Tom, whoever it is. You could say whoever.
Are you throwing it? Are you throwing it on your boy Terrell Austin?
It took multiple Pierre performances for us to officially throw up our hands and say, "All right, it's just time for Witherspoon." I don't care. This dude's got the upside. He's got the potential. He could do what Pierre's doing out there right now. At least, at the worst. Letting dudes burn him here and there.
I just can't believe you done changed your whole tone on Pierre, bro. They used to be Pierre Island, man.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Lord, you used to bang the table for young Pierre. But looking at the poll, it looks like everybody is 75%.
I said over. Oh.
Yeah, you're in the small minority. 25% of, yeah. But it is good to know, though, in terms of the price range, because that's what I want to know. Like, for you, it was good to, for me, it was good to hear that you said you would even go up to that 10 range max. Is that the max?
For one, I want outs though. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I want outs after that first year if he doesn't do good, because I do think we need some type of cornerback one, and Ahkello has the potential. So if we're not bringing him back, you got to find that somewhere else. I don't think that's easy to do.
I guess to you, my question is this: how do you know Ahkello Witherspoon isn't this year's James Pierre? Like in terms of no, you said be cornerback one. We have not seen Ahkello be cornerback one from start to finish. The same way we had never saw James Pierre go outside and be cornerback too. And at times he has some moments. And then we talked about how when he got bad for him, he got real bad. With Ahkello, how do we know he's not the next version of that? And that's all. And the reason I bring that is when we talk about the amount of money we commit into a guy like that. Those are the questions you got to ask yourself, because imagine if James Pierre was in this situation a year ago and it was like, we want to pay you because we think that you're the guy, we could believe in you.
There's so much more with Witherspoon though out there.
Bruh.
Let's pause it. Oh, dude, Pierre, we were going off him turning his hips in the Browns wild card game. Really. I mean, it was a fun story. That was one of those things.
Yeah.
Whereas Witherspoon, like, he played really legit, man. Like I said, you can't pull up. One time, I think he got burned in those last 5 or 6 games. I really don't think he can.
I agree. The last 5 are crazy. Like, the productivity, everything looks great. I'm just saying, is that 5 game enough to commit to him? I don't want to get married up for 5 games. When we start talking like close to that double-digit M's, that's marriage. That's like, I love you.
I just want a cornerback one next year, and I wouldn't want to let Ahkello walk if we can't replace him. That's all. So if it does take $10 million, fine. Make that a 1-year deal where you have outs, maybe even multi-year deal, but just have outs after that first year. Okay, last question before we go to Trai Turner. So we will be banking a lot of our secondary on Witherspoon if that's the case. So last question before we go to Trai Turner. Would you rather have Ahkello back next year for $9 million, or would you have Joe Haden back for $7 million? Oh, that's a good question. That's a really good question. So are we saying they're both just 1-year deals? We could factor in however many years we want to factor them in, but if we're saying that Ahkello's market is in that 7 to maybe even 10 range, I don't think Joe's market is going to be that high. Mm-hmm. So that means Joe becomes a cheaper option. So now I want to know how much you really love Ahkello. We're inflating this a little bit. In what regard? Well, I'm just saying, because we were talking about Joe being in more of the 5 or 6, but this is just like do or die situation. Who are you picking? So if we're throwing Joe in the 5 or 6 category, but we're trying to say that Ahkello's in that 7, like I said, you flirted with 10. I'll say 7 to 9. I'd say Ahkello. Say Ahkello. Bring him back. Man, take the chances. Okay. I'd say take the chance. I low key want to poll it because I'm looking through the comments and I see it back and forth. I'd say take Ahkello. Take the chances. Yeah. Donald Copeland brings up a suggestion. He says cut Sutton and sign them both. No, I gotta keep my dog Cam, man. Oh man. Yeah, would you rather have Cam or Joe? That's actually another good question. Space Boy says our record with Joe Haden is better than without him. Oh, for sure. For sure. But you gotta consider where he's at in his career right now. Like Ahkello was a better cornerback late in the season. He was. I know Joe was hurt a little bit for some stretches, but yeah, Ahkello was, I would say, the better cornerback for us. And he's younger. At the end of the season, but don't just say he was the better corner. Because Joe played the whole season. So for the most part. Outside, what he missed, 3 or 4 weeks. Yes, he's the corner at the end of the season. Mm-hmm. It's different. That's all we're saying. It's different. I'd rather just take that chance, though. I mean, if we're going to be rolling with like Mason or Haskins and having that uncertainty on offense, I'd rather take that uncertainty on defense for a guy who could be like your cornerback one for the next 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
That's my thought on it. Whereas Joe, we know where he's at in his career, age-wise and all that. I'm not saying he can't be productive. I would like him back, but him versus Ahkello, I'll take Ahkello with a couple more million on him.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm surprised you're not like married with like 40 kids. You love hard. And it don't take long for you to fall in love, bro. It sounds like you already done fell in love with Ahkello, bro.
Huh?
I said you love hard. Like, bro, you like
looks like just stud, man.
Like, man, just a year ago, I feel like you were saying these exact same things about James Pierre.
No, not like Pierre. Bro, Pierre.
You gave Pierre a whole
we
island.
know, yeah.
He was an island
it was
boy.
fun. It was fun.
It was fun for us. You were serious, though.
It was fun.
It was fun for us. You were serious. That's the difference. You were really serious.
I was both, man. I mean,
you was in love.
You know.
You were in love, and it hurt you. That Bengals game, Jamar Chase, bro, you did not want to believe it. He's like, bro, talk to me here, man. What?
You were like,
why?
He just ain't fast enough.
I've
been saying this all off.
And you're like, nah, man, it can't be, man. What's going? Like, come on, you for real? I'm like,
yeah.
Yes.
Well, I do think we should have had help over top for sure. Like, come on.
I would agree with that, man.
Coverage Jamar Chase with like 40
but
seconds
you loved
left.
him though. You were in it. It was Pierre Island. We're good. Pierre can lock him up. Pierre can get this guy. He got that.
Yeah, but my expectations were lower. They just were. They were.
You're saying that now, but you didn't say your expectations were low then. Your expectations were like on the roof then, man.
That's what made it fun.
But that's why I feel like you repeating the process with Ahkello for 5 games, bro.
You think I turn on him? Is that what you're saying? I could see it. I could see it. I'm not gonna lie.
See it, bro.
Dude, if you're playing bad, you almost have to. I mean,
so all I'm saying is, can we not be so just gung ho to commit that type of money? That's all. Like, bro,
it's only 2 more million than Joe, though. See, if
and
you said
if
Joe
people
at
saying
4
Joe
million,
has lost a step and Joe is this and that, I'm just like, man, maybe we need to, lower them numbers down some more. That's all.
For everyone. Yeah, that's what I mean. I thought the numbers were just a little inflated, but in between the two, I'd take Ahkello. All my reasons. I said if we're going with some uncertainty on offense, let's do it on defense then too, and have some of the higher upside.
I could dig it. All right, switching to the other side of the ball.
Who are you taking?
Me? I guess I didn't answer between Ahkello and Hayden. Whew. If the number is 7. I would take Ahkello. If the number is 9, give me Joe for 4.
No, but if it's 9 for Ahkello, 7 for Joe.
If it's 9 for, I'm going Joe for 7 because Joe is cheaper, and I still feel like as long as Joe is healthy, which for the majority of the time outside of this season he has been healthy in Pittsburgh. As long as he's healthy, Joe can still play at a high level.
So Joe at 7, Ahkello at 9. Joe at 7, you're taking Joe at 7.
And like I said, and that's the absolute max because I already said for Joe, I don't want to go that high for Joe right now. Me personally, I don't. But it's like he still can get through X and X next. He still mentally gives you this and this and this. Has he lost?
He's the safer call. He's absolutely
it's low. And that's why for me, it's like if both our options are on the table, but one is we're talking 2-3 million more. Give me the cheaper guy that I can trust, that I know for a fact who he is, and I can draft the younger guy. I can draft or go out there and try to find my quote unquote guy. Whereas if I put my eggs in Ahkello's basket and he is not who I think he is, well, now we look like the corner opposite of Joe Hayden. We're like, man, we used to have Steven Nelson over there. Now it's a revolving door. We don't know what's going on. That's what I'm trying to avoid.
Nelson, I think it could be a nice option. Devil's advocate to myself, though, in terms of like little hot streaks and stuff, and projecting that out for the future. Artie Burns, he had a really good rookie year. Talented. Drafted him first round.
Artie, my dude. I ain't going there with Artie. That's my dude. I love Artie, man.
I don't know the difference between the two people in terms of their personalities, though. What makes them tick and everything.
Oh, man.
That's the other thing. Because Ahkello, dude, in that interview, it's like, all right, this is the guy. Like, he looks like nothing's going to mess with him. He's locked in.
Very true, man.
Based off that, I'd take the chance with Ahkello. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Like I said, I just don't like it for 9. If I'm picking between 9 and 7, I'm going with the cheaper option. That's just as me. All right. But transitioning, Trai Turner.
Yeah.
He's the other guy, right? In terms of, would we bring him back or do we let him leave? No, with this situation, it's a little intriguing because obviously we talked about Kendrick Green and where he could potentially be moving to, and is looking like guard is going to be the likelihood for him. Well, right now, we happen to have a couple of guards. You know what I mean? So you do have a little bit more depth, a little bit more resources behind you. And if we're talking about just the cost associated with replacing O-linemen, guards are typically cheaper and contrast or in comparison to your tackles in the center and stuff like that. So with Trai, I'm not going to lie, bro.
Am I wrong? Did we talk about this one a little bit last podcast?
We did a little bit, yes.
We did, because we were talking about his numbers. How do you feel about LeGlue and everything?
For me, what did you say then? Because see, I don't think we hit him the same way. We talked about it in conversation, but it wasn't a would we bring him back or not. I don't know why he came up though.
I thought we were gonna say, do you want Witherspoon back versus Trai?
Yeah,
like if you could have, I mean, that would be
because that's another thing though. I mean, it's all a part of it though.
Back at like 7 versus Trai at 4 or something like that.
That's still gonna be a part of the conversation. Right. So why not?
No, but for Trai, I was leaning towards letting him walk.
You know why Trai came up? Because we're talking about Chooks. And we were talking about the old line and moving it around and LeGlue and his position flexibility. That's why. But we never got to why in terms of if we would re-sign Trai Turner or not. That's the thing. Yeah.
I think what it came down to was the number, because we could definitely let him walk, because the guards right now, how much do you feel like it's a drop-off between Trai Turner at right guard versus then putting Dawson at right guard and then LeGlue at left guard?
Right. But that also depends on if you believe that Dotson is still the answer.
Yeah.
I know you believe that, but you believe James Pierre was the answer. You trying to give Ahkello Witherspoon $10 million
Dotson's
right now.
At least proven more, I think, than Pierre. I could see how you can maybe disagree.
You said it, but I'm just like, you said it like that was like
he
a big
good.
like.
I think he played good in his rookie year. I thought he played solid this year. I mean, after Trai Turner, he was probably the most solid lineman we had.
I agree, but that's still we say that like
and
that,
moving back to his natural position now too.
I get all of that. I get all of that, man. I do.
Have Green in there for the competition, for the storylines in the offseason to motivate Dawson then.
Okay.
Because he was the higher draft pick. You could do that. Have Deke write a little article. Kendrick Green's showing flashes.
Because you laugh. I'm serious though. Like we could see a difference.
I don't know. I'm not in training camp like that though. You know what I mean?
Simple question. Did Kevin Dotson live up to expectations this season?
No.
That's simple. That's all I look at.
Injury's a part of it, but ultimately no.
No.
I was hoping Pro Bowl.
But with Trai, honestly, man, I'm leaning no. And it's not because of productivity. 4 or 5 million, right? To me, it depends on the dollar amount, because I do like, I guess my issue is this. The drop off from, like you talked about, Trai Turner to a LeGlue or Trai Turner to a Dotson in comparison to the $4 million or more that the price difference is. That's why I lean towards no in terms of bringing Trai back, because I don't feel like the drop off outweighs the money that we could be saving or that we could be utilizing elsewhere. That's more so where I fall with Trai, because Trai is still a good player. And that's the thing. I don't want to get mixed up when we talk about bringing a guy back or why we would or would not, even though we could make a case that he's the best guard or best O-lineman, right? We can make that case for him. It's just right now, when you talk about age, when you talk about just his overall play, is his overall play worth the dollar amount? Is his overall play, like I said, $4 million better than Dotson? Is it $4 or $5 million better than LeGlue as a guard? Is it $4 or $5 million better than Kendrick Green as a guard? I know y'all gonna say yeah, so chill. But either way, I can already feel like, yeah, definitely is. Definitely. But outside of him, outside of the Kendrick Green, like even BJ Finney, like, do I feel like Trai Turner as a guard is $4 or $5 million better than BJ Finney as a guard? I personally do not feel like that. I think that Trai is still a good player, but at this stage, I don't think that this is the same Pro Bowl Trai that was in Carolina. Like, this Trai is a little bit older. This Trai isn't as explosive. He doesn't move as well. He doesn't move people as well. So even though he was still a good player, when you throw all of that in there, that's the biggest reason for me why I say no.
Yeah, we're on the same page with that then. Now, him versus Ahkello. Is this even a comparison? I'm trying to make sense of this.
Well, in the sense, one was a proven starter, did it for 17 games, whereas one did it for 5 games.
Oh, no, here's what I was thinking, because the numbers could ultimately somewhat
They're
be
going to be
equal.
similar. Yeah, they could.
If Ahkello's number is lower than we're thinking, it's at 5, and Trey's in that 4 or 5 range. That's not even a question.
Bro,
you bring back Ahkello.
Listen, even if the conversation was Ahkello at 8, Trai at 8, or Trai at 6, I would still rather have Ahkello. I think Ahkello is a more productive player, or I think his upside at this stage is worth a lot more to me than Trai being more so the elder statesman and stopgap, because we're not thinking of Trai as the long-term answer just based on the age and the nature of the position. So for me, when I think of Ahkello, I'm like, yo, you're way younger. You obviously have talent. That is there. It screams when you show it is there. So it's like, yeah, I'm with that. And that's why for me, if we're comparing what I paid Trai versus Ahkello and the numbers are similar, even if it's a $2 to $3 million difference, I don't mind that for Ahkello, because I do think Ahkello's impact will be felt and be better, even if it doesn't necessarily equate to cornerback 1. I think that Ahkello could still thrive as a number 2 corner. That's my thing. Whereas with Trai, we know with O-lineman, you're either starting or you're not out there. I don't want that for Trai when I know I could put a LeGlue, I could put a Dotson, I could put a BJ Finney, I can even put a JC Hassenauer if they want to draft a center, and I could cover that. Whereas if I don't have that Ahkello out there, or a corner at least of his caliber, well, hey man, you know what? You can always come off the bench. You could be that third guy. You could be the 4th corner if you wanted to. And now we start talking about how your depth gets bolstered. Now you start talking about how your DB room looks that much better, which is something that, we definitely could use.
Yeah, I think we're on the same page with that. You want me to read off a couple chats?
Yeah, let's
here?
do it, man. Heck yeah.
I don't have the super chats. I had to
you're good.
get
you're
a whole
good.
new
you're
one,
good.
but I'm going to read some stuff that has to do with the conversation.
Yeah, you do that, and then we'll continue on with the Trai Turner stuff for a little bit more, and then after that,
I'll just read off some comments here. Don Juan says Trai isn't the leader of that O-line. Who is the leader of that O-line is the question.
People were saying it was Banner. I mean, who would you say? It wasn't Chooks, not Dan Moore, Kendra Green.
It'd probably be Trai then. Probably. I think you just give it to him because he's the veteran. I think that's all.
Yeah.
I don't know what type of leadership qualities he was displaying, but he was the veteran guy.
Yeah.
If it was the Castro,
right?
You just say
like I said, and if Banner was out there on the field, then we would say he was the unquestioned leader. But we understand, like, it's difficult when you're leading, you're not actually in the games. You can do the intangible stuff, the off the field stuff that he talked about, but yeah, it'd have to be Trai. Yeah,
Trai Turner or Derek Watt. Donald Copeland saying, what's Watt's number? I don't really care. I mean, keep TJ happy, whatever.
Oh, Lord. All right, I'm going to hop in some of these supers real quick.
All right, go for it.
All righty, Big Rush. I can't remember if we read this one or not. He says, we have to face it.
Big Rush was the one we left off. You're good.
Okay, so he says, we have to face it. The franchise is still stuck in the past when it comes to building a championship team. Free agency is more important than ever. And outside of our receivers, what players have we developed? Well, no, I would say some linebackers. Alex Highsmith, TJ Watt. I would go those.
Developed. I guess, do we count Minka or no?
I mean, he looked good in Miami. He ain't look like that, though.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he ain't look like that.
He was young still, so.
It was a rookie.
Yeah, I think we got to count Minka.
Yeah, with Cam Hayward. He was drafted. He was homegrown. Yeah.
Terrell Evans, I still think positive of him.
Cam Sutton's developed.
Where we drafted him, I'd say he was a draft success.
Absolutely.
For sure.
I didn't want to start naming too many more names, man.
To it.
Fair, yeah.
Yeah, good career.
Absolutely.
Outside of injuries and kind of last year not being there, but we're sensitive to some of the stuff that was happening off the field.
Whew. Offensively.
Well, he said besides receivers, so we can't talk receivers.
Well, I guess they did develop Ben.
They developed Ben?
Of course.
Who?
Coach Tomlin.
No, get out of here.
Come on, what you talking about, bro? Yeah, he developed Ben, bro.
Get out of here.
Come on, man. What you mean?
No.
Come on, bro. Homegrown.
Get out of here.
We gave him Cam Hayward. We can't give him Ben, too?
Get out of here.
Come on,
Wait,
man.
we're giving Tomlin Ben in terms of development?
Come on, bro. Come on, what you talking about, bro? All right, Charlie Batch.
Developing Batch. I mean, the
No, I
development
said Charlie
rate.
Batch developed Ben, so then that's like...
Oh, no, get out of here. Get out of here.
So Ben, nobody developed Ben. Ben developed himself.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
Coward
okay.
was just the smart one to draft him.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. I mean, 13-0 his rookie year. That's no coincidence. We were actually, as much as people want to talk about that.
Well, they're bringing us some names too. Bud Dupree, Hargrave.
05 teams, you know, when we go 15-1 and then we win the Super Bowl. Everyone wants to talk about how good those teams were, which I think they were. I mean, we had some really good talent. At the same time, they went 6-10 the year before we drafted Ben.
Yeah.
He was the guy.
Who was the coach?
He's the difference maker, the X factor.
Who was the coach that year?
Huh?
Who was the coach also?
When they drafted him?
Yeah.
Cowher.
Exactly.
What do you mean?
Come on, man. Cowher developed that dude, bro.
He never won shit until Ben got there.
Bro, Cowher's a Hall of Famer. He developed Ben. He taught Ben how to play quarterback.
I think Ben got Cowher in the Hall of Fame, actually, now the more that we think about it.
What you talking about, man?
He never won anything.
Cowher and Tomlin are the reason Ben is going to the Hall.
No. I know you're trolling now. Come on.
Come on, man. Jeez Louise. And I see I brought up my dog Shazier. Can't forget him too. Yeah, they didn't develop some dudes, man.
Yeah,
some guys, man.
Shazier's a good call.
All right. We got Mike A. He says, good afternoon. Debonair. Oh, Debonair Deke.
What?
This is Debonair.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either. But it just sounds cool. I should have looked it up. Yeah, I'll look it up. I added it to my dictionary words. But anywho, Debonair Deke and Master Moats. He says, we need him back, but he might have played himself to a better check in terms of Ahkello Witherspoon. That's the interesting part. And like I said, we don't know his market just yet, and we won't find that out until closer to March. But that's the intriguing part for me. I don't know if teams are going to fall in love after the 5 games. But all it takes is one. That's the other part of it.
All it takes is one.
All it takes is one team. And it doesn't matter how good they are. If one team comes in and says, hey, we think he's a $10 million corner. Well, guess what? Ahkello's a $10 million corner now because that's what somebody's willing to pay him. I just don't know if teams are going to pay him that right now off the small sample size and knowing that he just got paid this offseason to go to Seattle and it did not work out. They didn't even make it to week 1. That's the only thing that I could think of in terms of potentially making people hesitant about committing to him long-term or even big money.
Well, what's weird about that contract he got with Seattle, so it was $4 million, 1-year deal, so not much risk there, but that was $4 million, and people in San Francisco were really out on Ahkello.
They were, yeah.
This wasn't him coming off of a good stretch of games like he is now. So that's why I'm wondering. I think that number might balloon a little bit. It might.
We'll see, man. I just think you're a lot higher on him, bro, than a lot of other people. Like, I think he's a good player. I think you're viewing him as like,
oh, he could be. No. He's not. Yeah, he needs to do it again for next year.
Right, but when you talk about paying him that type of money, you're not like that type of money. That like
I hope the numbers lower. I really do. I'm
saying like in NFL numbers, like when you're talking about that, that's not a I think you could do it. That's I know you can do it. That's not I think you can be cornerback 1. That's your cornerback 1. That's all I'm saying. And for it to be off of 5 games, that's a major commitment. That's a big chance you're taking, man. That's all.
For sure.
I
hope it's low. I mean, 4 or 5 would feel like a steal.
Absolutely
would feel like a steal.
All right. Farron Bradford says 3 years, $25 million. Also add $5 million in incentives since he will most likely be our cornerback 1. Hopefully he doesn't try to strong arm us though. LOL. In terms of Ahkello, 3 year for $25 million with another $5 million incentives.
What's the math on that? It's a little over 8 then.
Yeah.
Incentives.
And typically Steelers don't do it, but the Steelers don't do a lot of incentive stuff.
Front loaded a little bit too, like you were talking about.
Like I said, big signing bonus because the Steelers don't do a lot of incentive based contracts, but they'll do signing bonus. Big signing bonus, you can get away with it and make it work like that. But once again, the bigger the signing bonus, you're still committing that money to him. It's just you can have the cap hit be spread out if it doesn't work out for him. That's the big thing also. That fail-safe contingency plan of if it doesn't work, we got to out. That's, just kind of high end with it right now, man.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. But that was good though, man. All right. Big Rush came through again. He says, Witherspoon's play made our coaching staff look like idiots. How was he sitting behind anyone not named Joe Hayden? Heck, he was better than Joe Hayden. I will just throw in the caveat for the last 5 games. I know everybody doesn't watch every single snap the same way. I get it. That's the biggest reason why for me, I'm just like, emphasis on the 5 at the end of the season. That was the big part for him where he really changed the narrative. I wasn't feeling like how everybody's all of a sudden feeling right now prior to those last couple of games, because prior to that, he hadn't shown that he could do these type of things, and he did have some opportunities. That's my thing. It wasn't like he just didn't get any opportunities at all. It was like, no, he
They were
had
sparse.
opportunities, but he still had them.
Yeah.
And for me, I don't care if it's 1 opportunity or 30 opportunities. Make your opportunity look good. Because if all you got is 1 audition and you go out there and you give up a bomb, what we looking like? Even if that next play could have been great. That play right there was your audition. You blew it. So when I think of Ahkello, I don't care that it was a smaller sample size. It's just like, bro, when you get those opportunities, like, what are you doing with them? And when you had them early, it wasn't what the play like at the end of the season. So I still have to take all of that into context. But I do like him, though.
Am I forgetting?
I like him a lot, though. That's my thing. I like him a lot. He puts you in this position.
Am I forgetting any of the moments early on, or the sparse moments I was talking about? It was the Raiders play where he got burned, but then when you talk about that play, it was actually Minkah that jumped up, and Trey Norwood didn't get to the quarterback, so not completely on him.
But if he was your number 1 corner, does that change anything? You still want your number 1 corner to make the play,
Jalen
right?
Ramsey got torched by Mike Evans in the NFC Championship game.
But we're talking about Mike Evans. That wasn't Mike Evans that torched him.
It was Ruggs. Ruggs is really fat. Like, that's his specialty. No, dude, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. It
happens.
All right.
It happens. But I'm just saying, that moment,
all I'm saying,
it's not a positive.
I can live with a lot more when you're hollering about a Mike Evans, a Devontae Adams, a guy of that class versus when you start talking, oh, it's Henry Ruggs.
Dude, he was having a good season.
I get it.
He actually was playing pretty good.
I agree, he was. But you act like it's not fast receivers. Like, just because the guy is fast, he's not the first receiver to run 4.2. Marquise Goodwin runs 4.2. Marquise Goodwin's Olympic speed. That don't mean he's a great receiver. It's like you still got to match up. You still got to execute. That's all I'm saying.
Right. I'm not saying it's a positive play, but there were factors in it, like Minkah jumping up and Trey Norwood not getting to the quarterback.
Absolutely.
Right, exactly.
No, absolutely, man.
Not a positive, but then you also consider that was Ruggs. He's a fast-ass receiver. So all that, Chargers 1 or 2 times against Mike Williams, those are literally the only plays I remember throughout the season before the last 5 or 6 games. That's it.
Fair enough.
And the Mike Williams ones, he was like way behind Mike Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Like, those ones I don't think were as excusable as the Raiders play.
I can understand that.
But then I didn't see him in the rest of that Chargers game. I think we benched him.
For me, I still want him here. And that's the thing, we don't want to get confused. I'm just saying for the number. It's all about the number with Ahkello just because the sample size is small. But, dude, the talent is there.
Yeah.
Like, trust me, none of us, if he shows he's cornerback 1 for 17, I don't think any of us would be surprised by that. Because he's already shown.
I don't think I'd be surprised if it goes the other way, though, too.
And that's my problem. I don't think I would be either. And that's why if I'm like,
There's a reason
feeling
he's
like
bounced
this,
around in the league.
So I'm like, if I feel like this right now and he's already been here for multiple years, not with the Steelers, but in the league for multiple years, what makes this situation so drastically different?
Steelers. Yeah. That organization, baby.
Oh, yeah. Standard's the standard. Oh, yeah.
The gold.
Mm-hmm.
The gold standard.
Yes. I like it. But let's keep this thing rolling, man, because we are going to get to the fun part in a few. Because this was our last time.
Is it?
Yeah, it should be. And then we get to the fun stuff. So, we'll go through these chats a little bit. Sip me some water, too.
Go for it.
Alrighty. We are at Let's Go UW. Says, given our track record with drafting corners, we need to keep them. That's another reason why I do believe we need to, and we should, because we do a not so good job of drafting corners, but we have been able to strike, gold a little bit through the free agency market, man. And I'm with you, man. When you find a guy in free agency like this and he fits and he meshes, you keep him. But you got to do it at the right price. That's the only thing.
I'm at Mike A.
Oh, you're next up then. All right. So I got Jack Henderson. Says, if we bring in a good veteran quarterback like Russell Wilson or Deshaun Watson, then we should pay Ahkello less because this is more of a serious season. Pay him more if this is a throwaway season with Mason or Dwayne Haskins. I can understand that, because if you think that, you have a Mason or Haskins and this year really doesn't matter, pay him, see if he can be that guy. If he can prove to be number 1 corner, then you lock him up long term, you got him done. But if you do bring in a Haskins, if you do bring in a Russell Wilson or a Deshaun Watson, I'm with you. Don't take that big of a chance because you don't need to. You got this quarterback here, and obviously they're going to take up a ton of that resources anyway, so that's the other reason why you wouldn't pay that guy. Yeah. Because, either one of those guys you get, whether you're trading for them, or if they were to get cut, released, whatever, they're going to cost a ton, both in cap space and in draft capital. So yeah, if you go there, Rob, yeah, you probably go ahead and say goodbye to Ahkello and probably Joe Hayden too.
Mike A. Debonair. He's got the definition for us.
Yeah.
Confident, stylish, and charming. Wow.
You do look a little debonair today.
Those are the best compliments I've heard.
I like it, man. Let's go.
G. Alexander, Moats. We need to get some speed, and especially on the back end and on offense. So can we compete with the Chiefs? So we can compete with the Chiefs and the Bungles. Then some short tacklers as well.
Yeah, we definitely got to improve our tackling. That was definitely something
I'm
that
with them
cost
on
us
speed. I've been wanting
times.
that the last couple years.
Yeah. But not just speed. We got to find speed with productivity. They got to mix and match together. That's the other thing. Because going back to the whole Henry Ruggs
You don't want
thing,
hot hands out there.
Yeah. We don't want hot hands. We don't want that. We don't want that. No. But it's like, yeah, you want these guys to be paired. You know, you want them to be fast and productive, not just speed guys or speed guys who can't run routes or guys that run routes great but just aren't fast. So, yeah, I'm with you. We got to get faster, though. We definitely got to get faster. When you look at some of these AFC teams that we're going to be competing against, both in our division and just conference-wise as well.
Big Rush. Our O-line coach is the real MVP. He was giving Trey and Green... I can't wait to read this. He was giving Trey and Green as starters, then was asked to make a good O-line out of it. Those two awful players made the entire O-line look bad. We wasted a lot on the O-line.
Hey, yeah, y'all ran that man all the way to Oregon, man.
Trey,
My man went back to college because of that stuff, bro.
I mean, I don't think Trey's the excuse for the O-line. Maybe you could bring up Green. I'd say you could bring up Green, and you could bring up Dan Moore. Dan Moore, probably more for his inexperience. Green, I mean, it's just been a bad season for him.
Yeah, had a little rough go at it, man. All right.
Yeah, if he doesn't have that decision, though, I mean, that's what he's dealing with.
Yeah.
Paint the barn red type of comment, right? No, but I'm not going to lie, our O-line looked the best when he was gone. Glue played too. I get there's other factors, but let's be real. Once Clem left, our O-line was the better.
But we know it was one big factor that changed.
JC?
Yes. And I think that, yeah.
Maybe Clem was calling for Green, though.
That's what I'm saying.
So once he bounced, then
or maybe Clem was calling for JC, and he said, since y'all ain't going to give me my guy, I'm going to Oregon. Remember, he left. He didn't get fired. He left.
And then we were just smoking that Clem pack and saying, all right, you bounce, we'll put JC in now. We got Big Rush again. Throwaway season creates disgruntled players. I'm with him. I don't want to call next year a throwaway season. I think it's fair to say, depending on what personnel we got, if we are rolling with Mason or Haskins, depending on what moves we make, all right, maybe we could be a little bit more realistic that, just making the playoffs would be a really positive step for us. Still, the goal is the goal, right?
Right.
You never know what could happen, but I don't want to say throwaway season. You still want to try to go out there and win games.
Yeah. Because another thing, I mean, we haven't brought up Cam Hayward. He's another guy. I mean, you think he has a lot of years to just waste?
We could really put together a nice roster next year. I do believe
pieces.
that.
That's my thing. Like, we have pieces in place. We literally just have to decide what we're trying to accomplish. And I think that's what we failed on last year. And that's why I keep harping on it again this year. We just got to decide, are we trying to win this year, or are we trying to set it up for next season? Just decide, because if we go halfway both ways, we're going to be stuck in this scenario another year from now. And it could just prolong this rebuild. And we don't want to rebuild. We want to reload, baby. We're trying to reload.
Right.
So, yeah.
Grant Patterson. If the Vikes passed on Darisaw, do you think we'd take him over Najee? No, we were set on Najee.
Yeah, and Darisaw,
he played good this year, but we weren't that high on him at the time, at least. He was one of the top 5 tackles.
He was, though. Yeah.
Right now, do we do it, though? Maybe. Because Darisaw he was pretty good for the Vikings this year. We didn't know if he had that grittiness. Like, what's his face from Oklahoma State? Remember Tevin Jenkins?
He got hurt, though.
Yeah. He how much did he even play? Did he come
got
back
hurt,
at all?
Right at the beginning. I don't know. I don't think he came. I don't know if he came back. I didn't look again. And
then,
I
didn't hear from him.
Elijah Vera Tucker, they moved to guard. So, yeah.
Would you do it now?
Well, now that I've seen him play, sure. But coming out, remember we talked about it, was like, man, I ain't like him all the way. I thought that he had really good talent, but I questioned some of the, like you said, the nastiness, the dog in him. Because when you watch this college tape, sometimes that disappeared a little bit, man. But NFL level, it looks good. So I'm like, yeah. But I ain't that guy who's, I got new information, so I'm a chance answer. No, like, yeah. Just leave it.
Right now, would you, though?
I mean, yeah. If
in terms of value with the left tackle and everything.
Because we know the value of it, and we know what our team
This is almost like the Creed Humphrey conversation.
But like I said, it's a lot easier to make this conversation and change our mind after the fact. That's all I'm saying.
So we would just draft a running back this year then maybe?
Yeah.
Bring in a guy. Bring James Conner back.
Who knows? Maybe we got Javonte in the second round. But then we had no Pat.
Javonte. Oh, yeah. Javonte. Dude, he looks good.
He does. But then, like I said, if we would have took him second round, you don't have Pat.
That was one thing I got right on my scouting reports last year.
Bro.
I was right on that
bro.
one.
He was fire.
Yeah, really good.
Bro, I remember you tried to say that he was gonna be better than Najee before you finally shifted into the Najee, because I was on the ETN and he got hurt obviously. But yeah,
what happened? No, I was on Najee at the beginning,
and then you went
to
our
Javonte. Final picks. I was like, bro, I look back on Javonte a little bit more. I dare I say I might put him over Najee, but I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stick with what I initially said, say Najee.
And then all the reports came too that they're gonna take Najee because. It
was like a week before.
It's like, they're
just gonna
we just knew. It's like, this is what we're going to do. Absolutely.
We didn't know if it was the smartest move.
Yeah. So far, so good, though, man.
Yeah, he's lived up. He's been
so far,
fine.
so good.
I mean, there's little things he could fix, but no, he's been good.
Yeah.
He's been good.
Oh, man, I just looked up and seen your boy.
Who?
Pierre Island.
Was that him?
Yeah.
Man, that was on Higgins.
That was that one.
The away Bengals game. Yeah, I think it was after that game where I'm just like, it's time for Witherspoon.
Yeah, he ain't want no more island, boy. I can dig it, man. All righty. Did we put a bow on it? I feel like we are good.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay,
Caught up on all the supers.
Like it. Oh, man, what am I doing over here, bro? I'm like all over the place. All right, now let's get to the celebration, baby. All right, it is time to have a little fun. Okay? All right. We can have a little fun today, right? Can we kick back a little bit, have a little fun?
Yeah.
Because we got giveaways. We got to, we got to talk about. I guess I can show y'all the giveaways too, also, man. So that way y'all know exactly what we're gonna do here. We're gonna hit the phone lines because we did open up the phone lines to have some people from the upper room, share some of their favorite memories from the podcast this season, cool. Man. Yeah, but let's see.
Can I read this comment real quick? Go ahead, I want to do it before I forget.
Yeah, you go ahead. And I got to get these questions up anyways, so I can get everybody prepared for some trivia today.
Richard Arbizo, he's been on fire today. Here.
He has been, bro.
He says KG should change his number this offseason.
What number is he giving him?
Do you agree?
You know how I feel. I don't put that 5 tray on that man back. Yeah. You got to earn that 5 tray.
I mean, he's not going to. You can't. Once you have it, you can't go back.
He's locked in now.
That looks even worse.
Oh, yeah.
Right? To have the 5-3 and change
such weak sauce if he change. You can't change it, bro.
Yeah, you got to just try harder.
Yeah, he's stuck in that thing, man. He's stuck in it. All righty. So, let's see. Easiest way to do this.
Yeah, what are we doing?
So, this is what we'll do. I got 4 questions.
Okay.
Because I got 4 giveaways, right?
Okay.
So, let's refresh everybody on all the giveaway stuff that's going on today, all right? So, first off, for everybody that does not win, we already got something for you. It's called a promo code. Moats 100. So MOATS, the number 100. Use that. Any merchandise that you see on our channel right here, right? Any of the Yes Indeed shirts, the Arthur Experience with Deke tees, the shirt I got on right now, any of that type of stuff, man, you get 15% off on Teesprings with the promo code Moats100 from now all the way up until Sunday. All right, you got until Sunday to get that deal going right there. But like I said, we do got new merchandise up there, so you definitely want to check that out. Moats100 on any of the merchandise from the channel right here. All right, and to find that merchandise, you can either just click on this video in the description box, click on the little merchandise button, link in or whatever, it'll take you there, or you just look on the bottom of every video and it'll have all the little stuff displayed, right? So that's the first thing. Second thing in terms of giveaways, baby, we got a $10 Starbucks gift card. The reason I got the Starbucks gift card is because I love Starbucks and I want somebody out here in this chat to enjoy some Starbeezies as well for the culture, okay?
Thomas Riley says no Bills or Cardinals items.
Hey. We're going to have some fun today then, player. He going to have some fun today.
No.
We got a signed copy of the Most Theory of Life, all right? We're going to be giving away one of those. Signed.
Okay.
Pittsburgh Steelers, Arthur Moe's jersey, right? Okay, you see what we on? I said it was 4 things, though, right? I said 4 things. That was 3? No. That was 3, right? I said 4?
It's 4. I actually don't know this. Oh, no.
Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, signed Buffalo Bills jersey, baby.
Oh,
yes,
no.
indeed. So we're going to have a little fun today. Yes, we are. Ha, ha, ha. So, I like this.
Man, Richard Arbizo keeps coming with these comments. Is Deke giving away? Is Deke giving away with Is Deke? Oh, jeez, I can't get it out. Is Deke giving away his mustache hair?
Deke gonna give away these shorts he got on right now,
down
man.
The drain. No, I like these.
I do too. Those are like my favorite ones. I see what you in.
U.S. Navy shorts, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what USNA stands for. I have no clue.
All righty. So, first question we'll do before we hop on the phone lines. All right, will be for the $10 Starbucks gift card. All right.
How we doing this?
So, you ready? I'm gonna ask a question. We know it's a 15-second delay. Okay. And the first time I see the correct answer in the chat.
Yeah, this is good.
And like I said, it's not an upper room chat. It's not a paid chat, just in the regular chat. For the Starbucks gift card, whoever answers the question correct and puts it in the chat, once I see it, that's who wins the Starbucks gift card. All right. So, you ready, Deke?
Yep. I'll be looking too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. When me and Deke started the podcast, we would do bets. We would have challenges.
I might not even know.
Okay. We had one of our first challenges. Deke lost. He had to push an object. What was the object that he had to push, and what was the color of the object?
Okay.
All right.
So you need both.
I need both. I need to know what it was. You don't have to be specific, but I need to know what he was pushing and what was the color of it for your chance to win.
Okay, we got
$10
some
Starbucks
things
gift card
coming in, but they're not both
Nope.
yet.
Hey, I see him.
Is it
Do you see
Stangmang?
Stangmang 21.
Yeah.
Black SUV. You are correct. Stangmang. Congratulations, baby. You will be getting this $10 Starbucks gift card. So what I need you to do, Stangmang, is this, okay?
Push and pee.
I did see that. So what I need from you is this, Stangmang. Send an email to moatswinners@gmail.com. Just Moats, MOATS. Winners, winners, WINNERS @gmail.com. Send an email there, and that way I can get your information. We can get this thing rolling. All right. But I will make sure I put your name down right here just in case I got to look for you. Because sometimes we got to look for people. We realize that. All righty. Stangmang 21. All right. Bet.
We got Lagoon Tours Bahamas. Says, I don't have a Starbucks on my island. To Thomas Riley.
Okay. Well, if he would have won, I would have gave him Duncan then.
It's just cool.
You know,
we got Lagoon Tours. This might be like the company account that they're using to have in this chat.
Maybe. All right, but let's get your headphones in too.
Are we done?
Like I said, so that was the first thing, right?
Okay.
We'll also play some calls as well. Okay, so we'll do a little mix. It'll be a little mix, all right?
I like it.
Yeah, because I can't just do all four back to back to back. You know what I mean? So we're going to, all right, spin the block, play a couple calls, then come back to another trivia thing, all right?
Have people stick around a little bit, right?
Absolutely, man. You got to have a little fun with it. You know that. Jacob Lee on some blue car. Come on, man. Y'all know the car can't be blue, baby. We black things over here, baby. All right, let's see who gonna get it. Who gonna say something nice about Deke Day? Is it not turned up, bro?
Oh, it's not on. Yeah.
I was like, I don't hear anything, bro.
Go for it again.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, that's an issue.
He said, yeah, that might be an issue, bro.
Yo, it's your boy, Shoot the Rock, calling in
Do you
from
need me
the
to turn down more?
563 Dubuque, Iowa. Congrats to you guys on your 100th live show. Keep up the great work. Some of my favorite moments last year, obviously before the live era, but the 27-13 score prediction every game, no matter who the opponent was, gave me some quality laughs. But then, obviously, didn't turn out too well as we ended up losing some of those games at the end of the season that were ended up in my guy Deke having to shave off his eyebrow. So that was pretty funny to see on the show. And then this season, it's got to be the episode where Deke falls over on his mic. It was so funny. I clipped it on Twitter. So that gave me a good laugh. And then also the rant about Aaron Rodgers calling people cucks.
It still holds up. Always holds up.
Great work. Here's to hundreds of more live shows coming. Have a great rest of your guys' day, and peace.
Salute. Yo, I forgot the cheer moment and that Aaron Rodgers rant. Bro, when you said that, yo, I lost it.
That one will hold up till the end of time.
That was pretty hilarious,
always
bro.
Hold up.
That was pretty hilarious. Also, I do see a lot of people saying, "Man, get those likes up." I do agree, man. Yeah, man, the show,
like
man,
it?
it's been in that 400-500 range,
like
and we
it
only
yet.
had 266 on the 100th episode that is live. Come on, baby. We know we got to do better than that. But
How
I like
about this
that,
one though? Lagoon Tours Bahamas circles back, says, "Yes, Deke, this is my company's account."
Oh,
And you look like you're ready for a vacation down here.
you do, low key. You look
Okay.
good, though.
Okay. So
I like it.
What? So I get just like free vacations on the Bahamas now? Is that
I
what it
was
is?
say it sound like it. Lagoon tour. Hold on, I think I've heard of Lagoon tours when I was in the Bahamas. You know, I wasn't done. Low key, I think I do. I've heard of them. I think I have though. I think I have. I gotta double check before I
Man,
throw
someone's
some.
bringing up coochie, man.
Oh yeah, the eyebrow, bro. The eyebrow. I'm low key upset because that was gonna be one of the questions too, and he dropped that in, and I gotta go find a different trivia question,
damn,
bro.
sorry.
Coochie
I shouldn't
man,
have said anything.
bro. Your eyebrow, man. It happens, bro. That joke was hilarious though. It was
I
pretty
forgot
funny.
about it. I
was
really
pretty funny,
did.
man.
Midway through the game, I was like, "Oh crap! I made that TikTok."
Never make a bet with a guy named Coochie Man. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. All right, let's see who we got here.
My youth.
Uh-oh.
There he is.
There he is.
G. Alexander, Richmond, Virginia. Fresh off my trip to Mars.
Let's go.
Congratulations on the 100th episode. And wishes to hundreds and hundreds of more. One of my favorite parts of Arts and Moats with my main man Deke is after victories. Victory Monday or Victory Friday, after any victory, and just getting to chop it up with you guys, the super chats, listen to the live calls, and I can't wait till you all start the live calls.
Coming soon.
We're live. Once again, congratulations on 100 episodes, and welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. With some big Deke energy. Peace.
My boy said, I'm fresh off of that Mars. So, yeah.
Oh, you could tell.
Oh, yes. I like it.
I don't think he's ever called in like that.
No. That was like super relaxed, super just chill, reserved. Said, Moats. Real relaxed. I like it, baby. I like it. I will do one more. Then after that, we'll hop out, do another giveaway, right?
Let's do it.
Then we'll hop back in.
What's going on? This is DeMar Brown, from Augusta, Georgia, from Macon now. But one of my favorite moments from the show, man, is, I just hate we never got, Stephanie, Madden Ramirez and Deke together, man. I think that would have been a beautiful thing, man. EA Sports bringing, two people together from two different coasts. I thought it made for a beautiful love story, man. But, I guess Deke's just not ready right now for real love. All right. Join the podcast as always. Congratulations on 100 episodes. Peace.
Y'all know that boy Deke got commitment issues, man. He ain't ready for real love. She wanted love and Madden. Deke said, no, I can't give my heart.
I don't know where she went though.
They said she had a boyfriend. I think that's what happened.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, people are saying that she had a boyfriend at some point in time, and that she had to fall back a little bit. But she was shooting at. She shot at you first, though.
He was strict, huh?
Yeah, she shot at you first. You just you had your bulletproof vest on, I guess, man.
Yeah, I guess that Madden matchup never happened.
Yeah,
huh?
man, and we were upset because David was out there with us, aka DD Smalls. We was out there on the west side trying to have a good time, play a little Madden, and yeah. Red faced Deke he just couldn't do it, man. It happens. I get it though. I get it. All righty. All right. Let's see.
So this is the next one?
This will be the next one. I'll book this one. All right. Signed copy of The Most Stereo Life. Good little book. Help you become a person of impact, inspiration. Where's that little thing? There they go. Because it's the hard copy. I like to show my pictures in there. It's all nice. It's cool little stuff, right? It's pretty cool. Looks good. High quality.
Did the paperback have the color?
No, paperback does not. That's
Do I have the paperback? No, I don't. I have the hard copy.
I don't know. Well, I also say this. Hard copy also has the cool little commemorative cover on it as well. See, paperback don't give all that, baby. So, we got to do a little extra for the hard cover guys. Oh, yeah. We right. We right. So, This would be for the book right here. All right. And John, I appreciate you. Said awesome book. I greatly appreciate you from the heart. From the heart. All right. The question for the Moats Theory of Life book, signed by yours truly. Me and Deke participated in a bet against one another, and I lost the bet. I had to drink something. What was it, and how much of it did I have to drink?
Oh, okay.
Fair?
I think that's fair.
That's fair, right?
So we need both answers.
Yeah. What did I have to drink, and how much of it was? Because it was very specific, both situations.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you had to drink.
You remember how much I had to, because you the one who you went back and poured it twice.
I think we got it here. Am I wrong? Randy Garcia?
Am
I wrong?
He said a cap. It wasn't a cap. No, it definitely wasn't a cap. Caleb Cole had
Michael?
Well, technically Gavin spelt it right, but Caleb Cole said it first. Caleb said a shot of hit sauce. Gavin Schneider said a shot of hot sauce.
It was a shot.
It was a shot of hot sauce. I remember because you made me pour it twice out the Texas Pete. But the question is, do we go with Caleb, even though he said hit, H-I-T, or do we go with Gavin when we know he spelled everything correct? Is execution under pressure a part of this?
Oh, about 2 books for both of them, or a book for each.
That works too. Then boom. You know what? Deke said it, so man, you know what? Book for both of you then.
I'll take care of one of their books.
There we go. Gavin Snyder and Caleb Cole. All right, Gavin Snyder and Caleb Cole. I was butchering your last name. Holy cow. But both of you guys will get a signed copy of my book. Compliments to the man Deke in the building. All right. So for both of you, Caleb Cole and Gavin Snyder, send me an email to moatswinners@gmail.com so I can get your information. And then after that, man, get those copies out there too, y'all.
Damon Brown just throwing stuff out there, saying 5 shots of tequila.
Bro, I was like, yo.
Donald Copeland, Hennessy in 3 shots.
Y'all trying to take my life over here, man. I got kids. I got a family, man.
Saying White Claw. But no, we got a lot of hot sauce in here. We got some people rolling since the OG days.
Well, you know, when I was thinking about today, this celebration of our, and I'm typing your names in, that's all. That's why you see the phone out right now. Make sure I don't forget anybody's name. All right, Schneider. Bam.
Leah Warren, she's saying, y'all have good memories. I can't remember shit. So she's at least saying she's been rolling with us.
Yeah, well, and that was the thing, because...
Yeah, I actually couldn't remember what it was. I thought it was a cup, so...
Well, because the thing is this, man, it's like, bro, we've had a lot of fun stuff that's happened, whether we're talking live shows, podcasts, vlogs, some of the challenges that we did. So it's like, man, we definitely want to, revisit some of those moments, man. One of these times we're going to have like highlight reels playing when we bring this stuff up. That's when we get big time. We ain't there just yet. We flirting with it, but we ain't there just yet.
Yeah.
But it's coming soon, though. Oh,
back to the calls.
Let's get back to a couple more calls, man. Because like I said, this is
Everclear. You ever have Everclear?
Bro, that was like college Everclear.
That with Diet Dr. Pepper is pretty good, actually.
Bro, Everclear. At least you mixed yours. We were just shooting it.
Oof.
Yeah, we're reckless.
Is that 75%, right?
No, I thought it was higher than that. I thought it was like 100 proof.
Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah, the Everclear. Yeah. AKA make you not remember anything. That's what it do. Yes, it will. All right, let's see. I don't even know who this is. It says no info. Let's play it anyways.
Yo, what up, Moats? This is Chase calling from Arizona. Man, I gotta say one of my favorite moments on the podcast is roasting on the whole Bill Mafia Raider Nation ordeal.
Oh, no,
man, he gotta pick a side. You can't sit there and say you want the Steelers to win, and then you want the Bills to win, and then your childhood Raiders. Man, you gotta pick a side. You sitting here got 2 different teams, and you gotta pick the home team, the one you live in. Come on, man, you live in Pittsburgh. Come on, let's do it. Not Pittsburgh in general, but Pennsylvania. So you gotta go with the Steelers. Man, if you're gonna be a Bills fan, you might as well take yourself all over to Buffalo. But man, and then my other one gotta be Deke with this Big Ben ordeal. Man,
let's go.
When Deke was talking about Big Ben, man, that dude should have got Big Ben tattooed on his chest like we were talking about in that one podcast. he loves Ben so much that he take him over his own dad. Come on, let's be real. He would take Big Ben over his own dad. He's like, Big Ben, you're my dad now. Until next time, peace, and welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed.
Yo, he really just assassinated me like that. Like, dang, man. Here I was like, yo, I'm going to give him some time. I can't hear it all the way. And then he just started shooting. I just started getting shot. Pow, pow, pow. It's our 100th episode. You just going to shoot us like that? Lord. But I love it, though, man. We appreciate you. Yes, we do.
That dude must be on an Atari phone. That's from Damon Brown.
Yo, y'all are wild, bro. Y'all are
Is he on a dial-up?
He said.
That man, my man's speaking from the 7th layer of hell.
Yo, y'all are crazy. I love it, though, man. I love it.
He's going from SpongeBob's house. Throw that rotary phone in the trash. Calling in with a potato.
Hey, yo, you saw, I looked at your face. You look like me. Like, hold on, bro. Can you hear
Took
him?
a while. I heard Bills. Like, I was starting to get to a gist of what he was saying.
I just heard Bills, something Raiders. I'm like, oh. And then pick a side. I'm like, oh, Lord, he came at me. Oh,
Would you have went up to Buffalo?
What you mean?
If it was the AFC Championship this week?
Honestly, we talked about it, but probably not.
Coming off that game.
Yeah, I know. Honestly,
I could have seen you making the emotional
put
call.
it like this. Coming off of that game, if it ends differently, especially how it went, like, because if it was just like a regular 4 quarters and, hey, blowout, Bills win, yeah, I probably don't even pull up. But the way that game ended, you're probably right. I probably would have went up there. I probably would have had the whole fam, though, because I wouldn't have viewed it as a conflict either. Say, man, Martin, Steelers aren't playing. We're good. Right? No? Maybe? Yeah? Kind of?
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, dude. Like I said, you gotta go with where your heart leads
Listen, man,
you.
all I know is now, I wear my Bill stuff because I tell people, Deke told me I could wear it. And they'd be like, for real? I'd be like, yeah, he's a diehard fan. Right? No, y'all never verbally said it.
Wait, when did I say you could? No.
It's just,
wait, did someone say you can't?
I get a lot. I get a lot of harsh words sent my way. I get a lot of interesting looks. You know?
That's gonna come with it. I mean, you can wear it.
Yeah.
People don't have to like it though. That's the thing. That's all.
Yeah, I'll be rocking that joint. I don't be caring, bro.
Go with where your heart is. Don't let us hold you back.
KK was
if you're feeling it.
You know, KK was like my oldest. She was like, she said, "Hey, Dad, I got my Steelers jacket on." I was like, "That's dope," but guess what? Her through the little grapevine might be a little package coming in from the old Stumper Grounds up north. She lit up like,
oh no.
I was like, hey.
Oh no.
So that's Daddy's girl. Come here.
Oh no. Oh man.
All righty.
Wow, man.
So what we'll do is this. We'll play. Rashawn just said, I got on my Bills briefs right now.
I don't know how I want to phrase this.
Kilo said, I'm just waiting to get into that Bills media. I had an opportunity.
You're the leader of this house.
I had the opportunity,
I don't know if you're leading
man.
everyone in the right direction here, man.
What you mean, bro? Listen. I had an opportunity to be a part of the Bills media team. I did. I didn't accept it. We was like, it's not right now.
They didn't have Deke up there.
It was no Deke. You're right. It was not a Deke. But the timing wasn't right. But it was available. I chose us. It's a family.
Would you have had to move up there?
We'll talk off the air, but it wouldn't have been like it wasn't mandatory.
Okay,
like that.
Okay,
yeah,
got you.
We could, like I said, it could have made it work, but at the time, just timing wasn't right.
You chose us.
I did.
Yeah,
honestly, I did. Yes. So y'all better show me some respect when I put my Bills hat on, man. Y'all better chill out, man. Y'all know I love y'all though. Anywho, let's play another one real quick, and then, like I said, we'll do the next giveaway.
This is the third one.
Third one.
Which one's the third one?
Uh-oh.
Which one's the third one?
It depends. I don't know which one I want the grand finale to be. I haven't decided just yet. Which jersey holds more, regard? More,
I'll tell you which one I think it should be, but
one has a little bit more history with it. That's all, Yeah, you just never know. But we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
We're gonna play this code. We'll get to that in a second. Here we go.
Hey, Moats, Deke. This is Brent Fox, Dallas, Texas. I just wanted to place my little bid in as far as thanking you guys for 100 episodes, and then also the most memorable moment I had with Deke was him daggum near falling over on the live broadcast. Hilarious. Also, the takes on Ben are classic too. Congratulations again on 100 episodes, guys. And hopefully we can celebrate 100 more. Peace.
Nah, salute, man.
Thanks, bro.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie. You being about to fall out that chair might be like, holy cow. It was like perfect too, because the podcast was already fire that night.
Yeah.
The chat was going crazy. Like everybody was on. You just,
Yeah.
Because it was after a game. It was a Monday, because that's when we would do them. Yeah.
Was it?
Because you were going to get the headphones in. Sure enough.
Yeah,
boy.
I remember that.
Yeah. You almost died. It was a great situation though, man.
That was good though.
I was happy for you. We needed a moment like that, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. You had your defining moment.
Is that it?
That was your defining moment, man.
That's a rough one.
Unforgettable though. Because you blacked out. Caleb Cole remembers that was blackout Deke. Yes. He was hungover from the White Claws, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe. I
don't know. Now they're saying you look like you sell passports as well, man.
I saw that comment.
Yeah. But you look sharp though, bro. I ain't gonna let him talk about you. You look good, man.
I appreciate it.
All right. Now let's see. Let's get back to these questions here.
Oh, this is one of the trivia. This is the grand finale.
No, not the grand finale. Or should it be the grand finale? I might have to switch my jersey. I have to put up here.
I just don't know which one's the grand finale.
Well, you tell me. Do you want the grand finale now, or do we want to wait?
I think you saved the Steeler one for the last one. Now, which one you consider grand finale? That's on you.
TBD. We'll leave it at that.
Are we doing it though? This is the next one?
Yeah. All right. So
wait. So what are we doing? You're just gonna.
So I will pull up the Bills one first.
Okay.
And the thing is this. Okay, I'll pull the Bills one first because I was already planning to do it like that anyways.
Okay.
Because this is Pittsburgh. All right.
Okay.
These balloons are gold for a reason. I could have went blue. I could have went red. I could have went white. I said, "Bae, they got to be gold." All right.
Right.
Let's keep it clear. Let's keep it nice and neat. All right. We ain't doing no funny business today. Okay. So with that being said, I am gonna go to this Bills jersey first. All right. I'm gonna go there because we know this still is the grand finale. Like this is a Steeler show. Okay. We got hints of Buffalo, but it's a Steeler show. Okay. As I was about to pull up the daggone Bills jersey too.
Wait, so we're doing Steeler one.
Oh my goodness! See, I just talked myself out of it. I'm supposed to be grabbing the Bills one. Thank you. I did have it right, and I just said it too. I was like, I'm about to grab the Bills one. And I switched right the last second. Must have been, I was on cruise control, huh? You said grab the finale, and I was like, oh, grab the most important one. I didn't know. It's just, this is a nice. It's nice. I mean, you want to feel this one? You want to?
No, I'm good.
Can you help me hold? Like, you hold that side just for a second.
No, everyone can see it.
You sure? Like, just drape it on like the front, like this.
I think everyone can see it. No way.
You sure, bro? Like, because I got to get my phone. If you hold this part, like, just with two hands.
No, I think everyone can see it.
You want to put it on?
No.
It might fit you, low key.
They can see it fine.
It might be your son. No. All right, just checking.
I gotta. I'm starting to lean the other way.
Deke said, no, I can't. Not today, Satan, not today. Like it. But with this one, because like I said, this is going back to my Buffalo roots. It's back to OG. You feel me? For them old school players out here. It's an easy one. Should be an easy one, right? Should be an easy one.
We'll see.
Should be.
I forgot the last one.
You're right. So. And that was a lot more current than this one. Okay. Actually, this is going to be a tough one. Y'all probably going to take some time on this, so get ready to Google. But anywho, what was my first regular season game? Who was it against as a Buffalo Bill? My first regular season game.
Yeah, this is a Google one. But this is a good one.
See, though. Somebody might have it.
If this is a Bills person,
they might know.
They might already know it. So it could be a good fit.
Because I see people trying to guess. They went 53 as if I was going to go with a couple of different numbers. I see people bringing up Brett Favre. It's like, now they just listen to every NFL team. I do like. We're gonna find out. I mean, hey, we're gonna find out.
Do you see any of the right answers?
Not yet.
Not really?
Not yet. I see the second team I played. The Packers were the second team I played that year.
Okay.
I mean, you got to know. Oh, we got the answer. I see it. Let me make sure he was the first one. All right. Is he the first one? I believe he was. So it should have been. Where is Angel at? I just saw Angel Garcia. He said the Dolphins. Or they said the Dolphins, and the Miami Dolphins were my first team. The first team I played against. Ricky Williams, Ronnie Brown, Wildcat offense. That was that year. Yeah, absolutely, man. And it was not a lot of fun, man.
Dolphins, you're right.
Yeah, that was it though, man. So Angel Garcia, congratulations to you. You will be receiving this signed Arthur Moats Buffalo Bills jersey, baby. So please make sure you send me that email to Moats's winners, Moats's Moats winners @gmail.com so I can get you that jersey to you, baby.
He's amped. He says, let's go.
Hey, let's get it, man.
It's not like maybe some of what the other commenters will be saying. They'll be like, oh, no, send that back.
No, man, because that's why we ask the people.
That's the thing. They wouldn't have answered the question if they didn't want it. That's the thing.
Exactly, baby. You putting it in there, that means you want it. So it's all good, baby. It's all good. I like it. I like it. All right, we got time. Get a couple more of these in here. And then after that, oh, go ahead. What you got?
I was going to say, could people win twice? Could he win a double jersey?
If he knows the answer to the next one. But I will say this. Since I have had to alter my questions, since some of the phone calls have revealed a couple of other questions I had in my mind, I might have to make this last one for the Steelers jersey a little bit more challenging.
I think so.
I might have to,
for sure.
Bro. I might have to.
I agree with that.
Okay. I like it.
So are we doing the Steelers?
We'll do a couple more calls, and after that, because it's 6:40, and baby girl, my middle girl Ava, she got a game tonight. You know it's basketball night, but she's 7:45. She in prime time. So we got a little time.
We got some time.
She prime time tonight, though. So I was like, we're going to celebrate this 100th episode. It's going to be dope.
Unknown caller.
But I don't know. Nah, that's somebody calling from the crib. Like, yeah. That's a different number right there. That's a different line.
We got podcast tomorrow?
What's tomorrow? Wednesday? Thursday?
Or Friday? Tomorrow?
Friday. Yeah.
All right. So you have to give us an update on the game.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I'm going to get an update, baby.
Stat lines.
Because I tell you last week scored, right? I told you that last time, right?
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, man. So she ended up, she had a bucket in there, her first bucket as a, organized player. So it was good. She was hyped, but continued to grow defensively. Way better ball movement, way better confidence. But at the same time, she still got to give him,
second game.
Yeah,
right?
second game. But it was good, though. Like I said, man, she, 3 shots, though? I was surprised that she was even, pulling. I'm like, all right, got my girl, a little lefty action. Let's get it, man. All right, so let's see. Who do we have here?
Yo! This is Juan Rangel.
What's good?
From Las Vegas, Nevada. Hello, beautiful people. Except if you're in the lower room, my upper room people, hello. Welcome to the upper room.
Let's get it.
I'm glad y'all made it to the 100th. Y'all the best, man. I don't think you guys understand how much you guys do for somebody who works from home and barely has any interaction with people outside of the home other than their kids and their wives. Not saying there's anything wrong with wifey or anything wrong with the kids, but, I tell my wife about big bands last year and she don't care.
Yeah.
And I have a group of people that do care and I can talk shit to. And thank y'all for that. I don't think people notice how much they do for you until you tell them. So thank y'all. Y'all, I'm actually listening to the live podcast right now. I saw this kind of...
Oh, no. My bad. That was on me.
That was you.
That was on me. I let the screen go close. My bad.
And Deke, I'm not going to acknowledge you until...
Hold on. I ain't go too far yet. Let me make sure I ain't too far.
Thank y'all for that. I don't think people notice how much they do for you until you tell them. So thank y'all. Y'all, I'm actually listening to the live podcast right now. I saw this kind of late, so if my voice doesn't get heard, it's all good. But Arthur Moats, you a real one, man. And Deke, I'm not going to acknowledge you until you grow back the beard, bro, because I don't know who this guy is, the guy that is always on the left to Moats. He looks like a stranger to me, so I'm not going to acknowledge that guy until he grows back the beard.
So then,
thank you guys. Love to y'all, and I'm hoping this off season is nice and short so we can get to the next season and continue to go Steelers, go. Thanks, y'all.
Let's go.
Damon Brown, a struggling local news anchor.
All I know is this, man. I was laughing because they were talking about how he put the time cheat code in because, most calls get cut off at like that minute 30, 2-minute range. Yeah, it was kind of a little longer right there.
It was,
but it was a good call. It was a good call, man.
Yeah, whatever cheat code he put in, it was worth it.
All right. Whew, last one here. You ready?
This is the last one before the jersey giveaway.
Now, I'll just give you a heads up on this one, okay? You want context. It's 6:44.
Okay.
This call came in at 6:35. Let's go.
Okay.
So we're going to see. Somebody was out here, right?
Hey, fellas. This is Bro Barian. I just want to say thank you.
I think I said there he is for like every one of these calls.
I want to say congratulations to y'all's 100th episode. And I want to say what my favorite memory is the first time that I actually became a member and you guys welcomed me to the upper room.
Oh, man. Let's go.
That's my favorite moment. God bless y'all, man. Go Steelers. You guys take care. And all the other Steeler fans out there, I love you all. And let's get ready for another awesome season. Y'all stay cool. Stay blessed.
Well, y'all know
yes, indeed.
I'm about to say, he always got the voice. He got that perfect radio voice, man. Shout out, man. Nah, we greatly appreciate y'all, man. All of y'all. And I'm about to say, don't fall now. We ain't doing that again, are we?
No, it took me one time. I figured out my balance a little bit better.
But no, man, from the heart though, man, we really appreciate all y'all that have been rocking with us, man. It's been a fun journey, man. We keeping this thing going. And it's funny, I mean, we're celebrating our 100th live show. Like, we ain't got 263 shows that we've been racking up as well, man. So salute you, Deke, man. We appreciate you being a real one, man. You know, holding down the squad. You know what I mean? Make sure you get your flowers while you're here as well, baby.
Nah, thanks for the opportunity, dude.
Nah, bro, you know it's always love, baby. Always love. All right.
This isn't anything if I didn't get the chance, you know?
Right,
you gave me the chance.
Group effort.
Always grateful.
Group effort,
always.
Man. You know, all it took was a couple shrooms, you know, a funny brownie here, a mystical cookie here, and before you know, we got this team. Let's do it, man. Heck yeah. Bro, they said you interviewing for the GM job.
I've seen that a couple times today.
Yeah, wow. Like it. All right. So you ready for this final one?
I am.
The creme de la creme.
You said this one's tough.
This is. I've been thinking to myself, like, how hard of a question I want this to be. It's still a trivia though, because it's still a jersey, so it's got to be that way, right? Whew, but I got to make it tough on them for me. You know, it's for me. All right. Okay. Let's pull this jersey. Yeah, where we at? Okay. Lord the Moats, huh? You want to touch? You hold this one with me?
Oh yeah.
Oh. Yo, you are foul. So you'll help with this.
Look at these stripes.
Yo.
This is really nice here. This jersey.
Wow.
This jersey is clean, man. This is clean.
You are something
Just
else.
want to make sure everyone could see it.
You are. You know what? You want to do it?
No.
You sure? I got the blue one over. You want the Bills one?
We're good. Sure? We're good.
That boy is sick. He said, "Oh, I will talk about this, but we could market it." Hey, man, look at the sleeves. Yo, wow.
Yeah, the sleeves are nice.
I can't believe
they're
you,
like
man.
those authentic sleeves.
Oh my
fit
God.
Over the shoulder pads, nice.
You think you know a guy, man? That's you sure I could just?
I promise. Yeah.
Oh, I would just if you change your mind. You know what I mean?
No change.
I got a car bumper sticker if you want. It's like right in the back. A little.
There's
Charging Buffalo.
There's Buffalo bumper stickers.
Yeah. I got Buffalo. It's from like good. 10, but I got you one, man. You sure?
I'm good.
All right, baby. So here we go. Steelers trivia for the jersey. Oh, I think I shall go with. Oh, right. Okay, here we go.
How many options did you have?
I had a ton of options.
Really?
Okay. I did. Because it's all this trivia stuff, and I'm a nerd like that sometimes, especially for myself. So, with that being said, excuse me. Perfect. In 2014, that was the year I came to the Steelers. My first year here. I talk about my first sack all the time. Sunday Night Football, Carolina Panthers, Cam Newton was the quarterback. Came in because Jarvis got hurt. My first time playing real significant snaps and stuff like that, right? I really highlight that game because it was significant. It was my first sack as a Steeler.
Yeah.
What was my second sack? Who was the quarterback?
I'm going to think on this one. I'm going to think.
Because King
right
Whopper, I mean, they know.
I think I know this.
All right. Luke Walker already has it.
Does he?
Yeah, we already got the answer in the chat right now, man.
Luke Walker, congratulations.
Yeah, man.
That's not who I was thinking.
Who were you thinking?
I was thinking Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, so Luke Walker, he had the correct answer. Joe Flacco, I did see a lot of others coming in. Yeah, so after we played the Carolina Panthers, I think we had 2 games in between. It was Tampa and someone else. Then we have Monday Night Football, Baltimore Ravens, my first Monday night game. I remember I couldn't even sleep that night either, bro. Came home early from the hotel, a little I ain't gonna do that, but a little sneaky deaky. And after that, man, went out there, had a nice little game, man. It was cool. Did a little dance for my daughter's class and stuff like that. But it was a fun night, man. But yes, Joe Flacco was my second sack as a Steeler. But the reason I bring him up is because I just like Joe. I already tell you, he's my sack. I sack him everywhere. So I had to make sure we dropped him today. All right.
How close was that? Was Fitzpatrick that year even, or was it the next year? You had the Bumblebee jerseys, right?
No, that was still. Was that?
Did 14? You even sack him, or was it a tackle for loss?
I think it was
I just remember seeing highlights of
the
Bumblebees and everything. Yeah.
No, you're thinking. I'm thinking because I played Fitz twice.
Okay.
The first time was in 14 with the Texans. It was just like he scrambled, and it was either like a no-yard gain or maybe a 1 yard gain. The Jets one is a sack. Law Dog Timmons hopped on with me. I was pissed with him afterwards. I'm like, bro, that's supposed to be my whole sack, and you kind of jumped on my joint, but it was all love because that's my dog. But yeah. I forgot, hey man, yeah, those are because that would have been 15 then.
Yeah,
that was 15. So that was the next season. Yep.
Yeah.
But Luke Walker, I'm putting your name in here right now.
He was quick on that.
He was. I was actually surprised. I thought by me saying my second sack that, it would kind of throw people off. But with that being said, Luke Walker, send a message to moatswinners@gmail.com so I can get your information. And after that, I can get the signed Arthur Moats jersey to you, baby. So yeah, man, this is, it's good little stuff in here, man. Make sure I get him the right jersey, right? Put Steelers just in case, You never know. Might just send everybody Bills jerseys.
Oh, man.
Like, yo, why is everybody just getting 52 Moats jerseys pulling up in blue and red? What's going on here, man?
They're going to pull the LeBron the LeBron jersey.
Nah.
They'll light it up.
No way. No, don't you do that.
No,
don't you say that. Don't you? No. Absolutely, man.
Everyone does that now.
Yeah, that's like a
you
thing
leave,
now, man.
Burn the jersey.
Burn it. Or they hit you with I'm a fake burn and then throw the note that says thank you. Like, that's the other one.
Who was most recent? Who was the most? I can't remember. I'm not even going to try to go down this memory lane.
I was about to say, because AB and L Bell, I'm sure they both had jerseys burned.
Oh, yeah, probably AB for sure. Yeah, actually both. Yeah,
probably.
Definitely.
Well, shoot, probably AB right now. Damn, it might, yeah, Zippo.
Oh, KD, Thunder, there had to have been some people. There had to have been.
Absolutely. I can see it, bro.
Because that one's egregious.
I can definitely see it, man. I can definitely see it. They said Debo. Well, when he went to the Patriots, people were pretty upset.
They might have.
People were pretty upset, man.
There's probably a burning jersey up there.
I definitely remember the tone in the locker room. I mean, it was bad. Yeah. I can see it. I can definitely see it. And we felt like that. I know y'all felt like something. Yeah, I can see it, man. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we got a couple supers that we will clean up, and then after that, man, we will get up out of here, man.
I just have Barilla 92 on my end.
All right. So I have Craig Ellis. So Craig Ellis just joined the upper room. Craig Ellis, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And we also have Let's Go UW tuning in, and he says, Big Jeff Carter just got a 2-year extension with the Pens.
Oh, wow.
Yo, shout out to Jeff Carter, bro. He's been balling, bro. Absolutely.
He's old, but how?
But he's still talented. Bro. He's been balling, man.
Yes, keep him around.
Yeah.
They better get Malkin extended, too. I mean, we can't be seeing him or Crosby in another jersey. I'll even throw Letang in there, but, I mean, especially Crosby and Malkin. You can't do that.
No, I would agree,
and they're still playing good. I mean, Crosby, dude, I'm telling you, I can't believe he didn't make the All-Star
I'm with
team.
you, though, bro. The defense probably do got to improve.
Oh, they're terrible.
Shoot, was the game? Yes, it was yesterday's game.
I mean, Letang's shaky on defense.
It's crazy right now, man.
That's not why he's out there. He's out there for his offense.
Absolutely, man. All right. So, you're a Barilla 92?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's get these last ones. And after that, man, we will roll because, like I said, man, we got big time hooping tonight, man.
He says,
I'm ready to smacking the floor.
Barilla 92 says, I'll take a Bill jersey for sniping the Coochie Man question.
He does bring up a good point, man. Barilla 92, we're going to spin the block. We'll spin the block, all right? But, yeah, man, that was definitely, like, a question I had up here. And I was like, oh.
That was going to be one of them.
It was. Like, it was probably, like, it was actually the second one I was going to ask.
Okay.
But when I went to the calls and it played that first, I was like, oh, I guess I can't do that one, huh? But either way, it was fun though.
Michael with the support. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
And Nick Y 918. KD killed me when he left. I don't know what 918 stands for.
OKC. Kevin Durant.
That's guy. Zip code?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of a soft move.
Yeah. I could understand it, bro.
I
could
get
definitely. And
the other side of it.
when it
He's
happened,
making a business decision.
the timing was horrendous,
team,
bro.
Yeah, that team just beat you. You were up 3-1.
Yeah.
That team had the best regular season team
Yes.
of all time.
Yes.
You are considered one of the top 3 players in
All
the game.
time.
And you joined. Yeah, come on.
In fact,
Kind of a weak move.
you should have inserted
Whatever.
that.
He could do what he wants.
No,
but
you know your Rodgers quote that you gave us? You should have entered that right then and there. You gonna join them? Oh, man, y'all a bunch of cucks. Yeah, you should have just went that right. Like, that's where you was at with this thing, man. You should just, It was a weak move, man. Definitely was.
It kind of was. I mean, whatever. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want with your life. But there's good reason why people will question the veracity of those rings.
Yeah.
I mean, you joined another team. I mean, he was probably still the best player on those teams. It's just weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. You don't take the rings away from him or the championships at the same time. You don't look at them the same.
I'd agree, man.
You don't. As other people's. Like, that's why he had to leave Golden State. If you're that confident,
seriously, just stay. Be the man.
Why would you stay? Because that team's loaded. I mean, they're loaded right now, too.
I mean, you see.
They're probably the best team in the league right now.
Yeah, they look really good, bro. They look really good.
They got their young dudes playing really good.
Yeah.
Clay's back, so yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
Warriors Nets finals. Whoa, that'd be a good one.
Bro, the storylines.
Yeah,
that'll be fire, actually, bro. I like it. All right, and then the last one just came. I think this was Caleb Cole. I warned you on that parlay last night, Deke.
Yeah.
Big Deke investment. What happened, man?
I thought it was a lock, dude. I hate.
Wait a minute. Why did you just say it like that? Like, bro, it was just bad.
I thought it was a lock. No, I put
like,
$10 on it. It's not bad.
Yeah.
No, but here's.
Thought it was a lock.
I absolutely hate hockey betting because the money lines are awful for the favorites.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to get something more closer to even, you got to go puck line. But then you're giving up a goal and a half every time. And sometimes they won't even give you good lines for that. Like sometimes Penguins on the puck line will still be like minus 170, and you're giving up a goal and a half. Like that's probably how it was in yesterday's game. But anyway, the money line for the Penguins yesterday was minus 440 because it was the Coyotes.
Right. And
I'm like, this is terrible.
Man, you had Phil Kessel coming into town though, man. You know Phil is shooting now.
Yeah.
Shoot.
I'm like, these odds are terrible. So I need to parlay this with something.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, Coyotes suck. I'll bet on us playing halfway decent defense, you know. And I went under for the total goals, under 7.5. Parlayed that with the money line, which got me to minus 150. I'm like, all right, this is good because if Penguins score 5 and like they score 2, I still win. 4-3, I still win. 6-1, I still win. But no, it didn't happen. It's good though. I mean, come on, I don't care. I'm never gonna be mad about the Penguins scoring more goals.
True.
I could care.
Keep scoring.
It's $10. Yeah.
Like I said, if you're gonna lose it on that way.
If that was
the other way.
What's that like Thanos quote? Small price to pay for salvation. That's all. If me betting that actually helped the Penguins because you should just fade my picks, then it's 100% worth it.
Well, there we go. There.
Yeah.
Just like that. That's how Thanos would do it, baby.
Yeah, so I thought Pens would win. I was thinking Coyotes were going to score less. I mean, the 3 goals is kind of what did me in, but I guess it still would have been 6-2 anyway. I wouldn't have won it.
Yeah.
It's whatever, man. Pens are playing really good right now. Pens are playing awesome. Defense is sketchy, though. You're right.
Yes.
They definitely
But as long as they keep scoring the way they're scoring, they'll be fine.
High octane on offense, yeah.
And Jari's still playing well also. Like you said, man, as long as, like, it can work like that. We can make it work. We can make it work, man.
Yeah.
But as a whole, let's get that defense going. But this has been a blast of a show, man. It's been a blast, man. Our 100th live episode.
So, I like the gold banner at the bottom.
Bro, the gold. Sorry, we might low-key need to keep it until we get to like 200. I'm just, it looks pretty hard, bro. But anywho, with that being said, man, shout out to everybody, man. We appreciate y'all from the heart. Have a safe rest of your night. Enjoy yourselves. And until next time, baby.
Peace.